Coming up on the Daily Sports Quiz.
Nick LaCapria's Daily Sports Quiz brings you a different question from the world of sports each day. If you want even more questions from the world of sports, visit Nick LaCapria's new website, sportstrivia.org. You can test your sports trivia knowledge and get answers to some great questions from the world of sports trivia. Sportstrivia.org. It's free, it's fun, and it's challenging. If you like the Daily Sports Quiz, you'll love sportstrivia.org.
The answer to today's Daily Sports Quiz: name the NFL team that was the first with the no-huddle offense. Maybe you guessed the Dallas Cowboys or perhaps the Vikings. Nope. The answer, the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals, the first with the no-huddle offense. I'm Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz.
Carla's retiring early next month. We're all going to have to learn to pick up the slack.
The dessert-making role at Sawyer's restaurant, deserted.
Tom, if you can handle beignets.
They need a new pastry chef who can souffle like it's a piece of cake.
Come on, guys, we've got a line out the door. How much longer for those croissants?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Now, we've seen interest rates go as low as we've seen them in years recently. We've also seen them bouncing around. A lot of uncertainty of what is going on in the loan game as far as mortgages are concerned. That's why I lean on my friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. They have been in business for 20 plus years here in the Valley. They only lend in Arizona. They are trusted. They'll get you that reliable quote. And if you're thinking about refinancing, whether it's to just lower your rate, maybe lower the terms of your rate, maybe down to 15 or 20 years, or if you're like, hey, we got a lot of debt on the side, we got some problems going on, we want to consolidate debt, or I've always wanted a pool. Now's the time to do it. Take some of that equity out, refinance, and get things done around your house that you want. But you got to use the best in the business. That's the Lund Mortgage Team. 623-875-9940. 623-875-9940. Or check them out online, lundmortgage.com.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Tuesday here on the Daily Blender. That's right, May 31st, which means tomorrow, don't forget to pay your rent. And sadly, tomorrow, this sweet black 1970 Charger on my calendar goes away. Time to go to the next month of June. Hey, look at that. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside. Is it really him? Randy White?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be here?
I'm just saying, if you were gone for an entire week and you've a lot of explaining to do for what happened last week.
What are you talking about? Gone.
Well, we'll get to that here in a second. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are in the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
So first off, good to have you back, Randy. Second.
I don't know what that means. That's alien to me. I was here all last week.
Where's my money?
What money? What is this money you speak of?
The money you, okay, don't act dumb. Come on, man. So a week ago, you win a huge parlay from FanDuel, and then suddenly you call in sick. And I hear island music in the background. Like 3 or 4 or 5 days later, finally you surface again saying, oh my God, I need money for gas. I send you money for gas. And the next thing you know, we ping you in Cabo in Mexico. And so I'm like, what the hell, man? You've been gone for over a week. And, explain yourself.
Are you on like a new medication, Jeffco? Because I don't know what you're talking about. I was here all last week. I was here Friday. I was here Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. I was here the entire week last week. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me, Randy White. I've been playing dumb for so many years. I know how it works. Don't play dumb with me.
Keon, is he on a new medication? I mean, you and I had a lot of banter, a lot of talk last week. You remember me being here, right, Keon?
Well, here's the thing.
See, there you go. And there you go.
Yeah, so this is how it's going to be. I'm never going to get my money back then.
What is this money you speak of?
That was not a small amount of money, White. That's my money.
Keon, do you know what he's talking about? Because I don't know.
Well,
what he's talking about.
He said he sent you money.
New
first
medication, right? Are you okay? Are you on like a new medication?
So this is how it's going to be, is it? All right. Hefty Lefty says, welcome back, everyone. Hope you all had a great weekend. Shorzy was fantastic. I agree. I watched the entire 6 episodes. Was surprised. I was actually pleasantly surprised that it lived up to the quality of Letterkenny, which I guess I shouldn't have been surprised. But you know how it is, spin-offs and different characters. And no, it actually has a damn good show right there. I was a little sad it ended after those 6 episodes. Hefty Lefty says Top Gun Maverick was everything it needed to be. Well, there I'm going to part ways with you. I saw the Maverick. And it was, the kid loved it. The kids were like, oh, it's a complete 10. And they were like raving. As usually happens in the theater, I looked over at my wife and she had the same look on her face that I had in mine. Like, wasn't that good? Wasn't that good? Just was not that good.
Well, it's a Tom Cruise flick.
The story was a little bit weak. No, listen, Tom Cruise has better Mission Impossible movies. Those other movies he does. This one was like half of a good idea crammed down your throat. And, it just, no, it just wasn't there. My wife even said, she says, I feel like it was missing something.
Did Tom Cruise do what he did with the Mission Impossible franchise? Did he buy the rights to remake this movie, Top Gun 2?
I don't know if he bought the rights, but his name was right up on top as far as producers go. But hey, it doesn't matter what I think. The thing made record amounts of money over the weekend. I would imagine now, if I'm wrong, it'll keep going. But if I'm right, you're going to see a dramatic, word of mouth. People our age who are like, I saw the first one. In fact, I tried to get my daughter, who is now the exact same age I was when I saw the first Top Gun. And I told her, I said, you could keep family tradition going, because that was the movie in a very darkened theater, very quiet, because it was right between a preview and the feature presentation, where me and my friend walked in and I just went, who fought it? Really loud, and got a huge laugh from the audience. Now I challenged her to do the same.
You encouraged her to take up the same behavior. Okay.
I said, and so here goes the preview, and it gets quiet. I looked at her, and she was going to do it. She didn't do it. And so I knew we had just seen the last preview. So I had to go, who fought it? Nobody laughed.
Wow.
Nobody laughed.
Times have changed.
And, it made the boys laugh because they didn't know it was coming. They didn't know that we were having this conversation. So the teenage boys were just cackling like, well, they thought it was amazing. Nobody laughed. And that's fine. Wow. That's fine. It didn't matter. So I had to keep the tradition going. So, it was good to go see it, but I don't know. Did you see it?
What did set you back?
Huh?
What did set you back
to go to the theater?
People,
about $50. I'm sitting there after $50 of tickets, sitting there with the family, and somebody's like, you want to get popcorn? No, we're not getting popcorn. No, we're not getting popcorn. Because I know what happened. I would get popcorn, candy, drinks for everybody. And as soon as the movie's over, because we're right there next to it, can we get in and out? So I was like, I timed lunch perfectly. We had just eaten lunch before we went there. And I said, no, we're going to get popcorn, but we'll have some in and out on the way home. So everybody was like, yeah, okay. So then there's my wife. She's looking at me like, you cheap bastard, handing out sticks of gum to the kids. I'm like, I'll have a piece of gum. She's like, no, there's no gum for you. There's no gum for you. I think she wanted popcorn. She didn't say she did. Anyways. But yeah, I felt like that movie was left a bit wanting. And Hefty Lefty also says power went out at Greenway and Cave Creek today, so it turned into a half day. So hey, things are going pretty good for Hefty Lefty there.
There you go.
Big George says, hey, glad Randy is back. Hope everybody had a nice Memorial Day weekend. But the better question is, why hasn't Keon eaten a ketchup hot dog yet for the Berg? Yeah, that's what I've said last week. I'll say it again. I think Keon is, it's not so much that he's anti-Berg, he's pro-cancer.
I am not pro-cancer. The real answer is, and this is just going to be probably not a satisfying reason for most people. I'm lazy. Okay. When I eat food, I don't want to have to record myself at the same time, and I don't remember to do it. And so I don't ever think to have my phone up when I've eaten 2 hot dogs.
How many hot dogs?
Since
2?
Yeah.
You had 2 and you couldn't just take a moment for the bird.
I could. I just don't remember to do it. Okay.
Yeah,
I just don't remember to do it. And I'm sorry about that.
That's a man answer. That's a manly answer. I mean, all right. But
Like,
still,
I
it's
will,
not a good look.
I know it's a bad look. I will do it. That's a
Randy
promise.
has an excuse. He was off on island time.
What are you talking about?
So you have
I was
no
here the
excuse.
whole time.
Why didn't you make a hot dog video,
Well, I haven't had a hot dog. It's the whole thing. I mean, I need to get a hot dog. You know me. I've got to do it upright.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's
Well,
true.
we talked about this Friday. I don't understand.
No, we didn't. You lying sack
why
of crap.
you are. questioning me
Jiggy
again.
says, you guys need to watch We Own the City, streaming on HBO Max. It's a really good 6-episode series based on the corrupt officers in Baltimore from 6 to 10 years ago, based on a true story and from the guy who made The Wire. For sure, worth watching. Well, thanks for the heads up on that, Jiggy. But what I need to do is finally actually watch The Wire. Never seen it. Have you seen it, Randy?
No.
It's
Yeah.
fantastic. It's actually my favorite TV show.
Keon won't shut up about it. Every time I turn around, The Wire, The Wire, The Wire, The Wire.
Okay. All right.
He might be talking about something else, but I think he's talking about the show.
No, it's the show.
Okay.
Mhm.
So there you go. 888-368-1580. So we shall jump right in on what's going on. We're not going to pound this all to death because we know that the finals for the NBA start on Thursday, but it does bear mentioning that that was an interesting game and an interesting series between the Celtics and the Heat. It was just like bizarro world. It seemed like there was a long stretch of if you're at home, you're losing. And, I thought, well, this is going to be deadly for, the Heat. And it was. And the Celtics now, it was just, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I was watching this game and I just could not believe my eyes. And the first thing I'm going to say is, Jimmy Butler, take that shot. No, I'd be, if I were a Heat fan, I would be absolutely 100% okay with him taking that shot. Winners want the ball. He is a winner. He's an amazing player. If there's anybody I would have wanted to try to take that shot and, win the game or at least take him to overtime, Jimmy Butler. So I would not even be mad if I were a Heat fan that he took the shot. And I'm sad he missed it, but I don't think I'd be mad. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You want your best player in those moments to take the shot, to want the ball. And Jimmy is that. Jimmy's the best player on that team. He is the best scorer on that team. He should be the guy taking that shot. And I don't think that anybody else really has a claim to it. He's been the guy that's been there just about every game. I know he missed a few, but he missed less games than other guys on that team did. And again, when they need a win, Jimmy Butler has to score like 35 to 40 points to even give them a chance. He should be the guy taking that shot.
Boston has not won a game 7 on somebody else's home court since 1974 when they did it to the Bucks. And this was why was this such a weird series, Keon? Because what was all these away wins? It seemed like they just flipped the script on how these things are supposed to work.
And part of it is that you've got 2 really good defensive teams. So defense travels, as they say. So you can win on the other team's home floor. But part of it was just like weird injury timings. Like there was a point where Boston was playing in Boston and they didn't have Smart or Horford. So then you end up with a loss there. Then you go back to Miami, and Miami doesn't have Hero in one game, and they don't have who else were they missing at one point? Kyle Lowry. So you're seeing some of these injuries pop up at the wrong times. And then 2 of the best defensive teams that we have in the NBA right now are going at it. Well, if you're missing a key player, and it just happened to be when the home team was home that they'd also be missing one of their key players. Well, you have that happen. You're just going to have these weird games where you just are losing, even if you're at home. And that's what we saw. Just a series where injuries played a gigantic factor.
Well, you got a Cinderella team showing up in the finals through 50 games. They were 25-25. Nobody has done this since 1981, where you had that weak of a start to the season. And here are the Boston Celtics taking on the Warriors of Golden State starting on Thursday. And I tell you, I don't give the Celtics much of a chance.
Really?
I don't give them much of a chance to win this.
Because I've got the Celtics winning. I think it's a 7-game series. And I think the Celtics, if they can stay healthy, and if Marcus Smart can stay healthy, I think he will lead this team. And I think Tatum will take the Celtics on to a championship.
I fear what you've been doing, Randy, is comparing the Boston Celtics to the teams that they've been playing in the playoffs. None of the teams they played in the playoffs are from the West, and the Warriors team is far more sophisticated, far more talented, far more everything. You name it, and they will have them beat on it. Now, I know that the Celtics are known as a defensive team like the Heat, but I don't think they're going to pair up the way they want to against the Warriors. It's almost like the Warriors are a team and they're looking at a puddle reflection of themselves, and that's the Celtics. The Celtics are not quite up to this challenge of the Warriors. Now, here's Keon to tell you if he thinks I smoke crack.
I think offensively the Celtics are not on the Warriors level, and that is because they lack ball handlers, and it's Marcus Smart, and then there's who else can really dribble? Jaylen Brown gets stripped a lot when he goes to the basket. Tatum is not real. I mean, really, he finds his spot. And once he gets the ball, he'll hit you with those Kobe, spin moves and then the fadeaway, and he just kills you with that. But it's not really like a ball handling game that he plays. It's not, where he's going to beat somebody off the dribble. That's just not what he does. And I think that that's going to hurt them a little bit. But I do think that that's the best defensive team in basketball. So I'm not going to say I don't give them much of a chance. I give them a tremendous chance because there isn't anybody that most of those guys can't switch and defend on that Celtic squad.
Well, I will say this: the regular season this season was split between the Celtics and Warriors. So that's do with it what you want to. That's the regular season. We are in the playoffs now, and everybody knows this is a whole new season. However, I will say this: Steph Curry has not been right all season long. He has not been the Steph Curry of previous seasons.
But rumor has it that Thompson has gotten right, and that helps take some of the pressure off of Steph Curry.
Yeah, but Thompson, to me, this year has been streaky. He's not been the Klay Thompson, just solid as a rock. You could depend on him no matter what it is. Now, I will give you this. I will give you that in clutch points, the Golden State Warriors, especially during this playoff run, have been absolute crazy. But I think Boston they've gone through a couple of series where they've had to fight and claw and grind and keep climbing to get through these series. And this last one against the Heat, I got to tell you, the Heat's not a shabby team at all. The Heat was the number 1 seed for a reason because they were the best team in the East, in my opinion. So I look for this to be a 7-game series. And I'm sorry, I just have this sense. I got this feeling that the Celtics, if they stay healthy, can come out on top in this play.
I think if anything works against Boston, it is the fact that just as you mentioned, they did play 2 7-game series back to back. I actually disagree with Jeffrey about Boston's path through these playoffs because I thought they had a tough path. I know they swept the Nets, but they forced Kevin Durant to have his worst playoff performance of his life. Then they went 7 games with the defending champs. Then they went 7 games with the best regular season defense in the league. So I think, if anything, they had a very tough path, but that means you might be tired.
Tough path through the East. They ain't come across the West yet. And I see what you're saying, Randy. They split it with them in the regular season, but also probably go back and note who was there, who wasn't there, what was the current story. And I would also refer to their weak-ass record at the beginning of the season. Now, this coach for them has done some great work over the course of the season. I'll give him credit. And I'm not down on the Celtics. It's a damn good team. But I'm sorry, there's good teams, then there's the Warriors. And I think this is going to get ugly. I'll tell you what, my prediction is going to be Warriors in 6 games or less. I don't think it goes 7. It might go 5. That I'm feeling like 5, but just in case, I'm going to say 6. How about you, Keon?
I think this could go the distance. I think this could go 7. I don't know exactly where. I think I'm leaning Warriors right now, but I don't know. Before we get to the start of the series, I'll figure it out. Looks through some numbers, see some tendencies or something. But
some swatches, You can go down the Home Depot aisles to see what you got.
Yeah, I mean, the finals start Thursday. I don't have to decide. I don't have to
the
decide
wallpaper.
today. Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, do a little research.
888-368-1580. Let's see. Keon disagrees with Jeffrey. That's insubordination. How dare you, Keon? Well, no, he's allowed to disagree with me. I am always just amazed when he does agree with me, because then I feel smart. Mr. Pink Eye says, hey, guys, does Randy have a nice tan? I'll take a look at the camera. Of course he does. Look how tan he looks right there.
How much talking about? I have the same tan I had last week.
No, you didn't. You really did not. That is golden tan. That
Look,
is
if I was on
fall
the beach,
asleep in the sun tan.
If I was on the beach, wouldn't I have the sunglasses, raccoon eye, tan lines? Only
if you were passed out. If you were purposely out on the beach, but if you're passed out drunk, then yeah, you get the all over tan that I'm looking at right there.
You know me, Ben.
Don't even try. Cabana says after another down day on the stock market, my advisors told me to invest in alcohol, cigarettes, and precious metals. And then lead, lots of lead for bullets. Okay, Cabana. Well, good luck with that.
All right.
Jiggy says Hero completely disappeared in that game. Yeah. And by the way, Marlo or Avion, Keon, who was the better character?
I liked Avon a little bit better. But
Avon or Avion?
Avon. I think might have been a typo.
Avon
Avon Barksdale. No, I think
what kind of show was it?
It's The Wire, actually. Is
it about an Avon lady?
No, he's one of the gangsters. His name is Avon.
It's a dumb name for a gangster. Who made
that?
No,
that's just his name. That's like his. He doesn't have to have like everybody else kind of has like a street name.
He turned to a life of crime. What a horrible name.
Actually, his family's a crime family. The whole thing is that they
hey, listen, everybody has a moment with the guidance counselor. He didn't have to keep going that way. He didn't want to. With a name like Avon, what the hell choice did he have? I'm actually on Team Avon now.
Turned out pretty lucrative for him. So, yeah, with Tyler Hero, though, I just want to say he played hurt. Tyler Hero should not have played. He was already injured, and he tried to give it a shot. And yeah, he didn't play well. But I'm not going to make that to be, well, Tyler Hero disappeared. He was playing injured. He just couldn't really do it.
He disappeared due to injury.
So what you're saying, Keon, is he played the part of the hero. All right. All right. Okay, everyone.
Yeah. That week off had no effect on it. Fed Fan at least agrees with me. She says Warriors in 6. So thank you, Fed Fan. Good Cat says, what the hell, Randy? Don't ever leave us again.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I was here all week.
Keon
I gave that epic weather forecast. I talked about the Cardinals last week. There was so much that I talked about.
That was a week ago. Good Cat says, Keon, in your opinion, is Tatum as good or better than Jimmy Butler? No. Oh, sorry. I guess I shouldn't interrupt you there.
I think so. I think he has reached that point.
As good or better?
Yeah. I would say.
Is he as good or is he better?
I think he's better. I think he's better. I think Jason Tatum has become a phenomenal scorer. And the one thing that I think he needed to surpass Jimmy was that he needed to be a better defender. Well, he's become that. And Jason Tatum personally guarded Kevin Durant. He guarded Giannis on multiple possessions. He couldn't guard him for a whole game because you just get beat up guarding Giannis. But he guarded Giannis in key positions, and I thought he did a really good job. And he went out and he guarded Jimmy and other ball handlers for the Miami Heat. So I just give that edge to Jason Tatum because I think he's a better natural scorer than Jimmy. And then once you add the defense, once he increased that level, I put him over the top.
You are incorrect. The Berg says, can't wait for the NHL
he's the MVP
Conference
of these
Finals. He says, I got Tampa and Edmonton. Who do you have? Well, as you know, Florida is very well known for hockey. So, of course, I'm going Tampa. Will be better than the NBA, says the Berg. And the Berg also says, any team, any game, anyone can win any sport. They can also have a hot dog with ketchup.
Isn't
even
Tampa
Keon and Randy
going for the three-peat?
Tampa would be going for the three-peat. Yes. Yeah. They are the defending champs.
So now they're really known for, I told you they were known for nothing else but hockey in Florida. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk some more NBA, got some baseball. And for you, Fed Fan, we got some tennis. Yes, we do have some tennis. Come on back, kids. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
The Western Conference Finals getting underway tonight in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Oilers and Avalanche play in Denver in game one of that series. Colorado, the favorite to win the Stanley Cup. They are the favorite to win tonight's game. They're paying out at -190 on the money line. The over-under has been set at 7 goals. The NBA Finals will begin on Thursday night, matching up the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics. The Warriors have opened up as -160 favorites to win the finals. The Celtics will pay out at +130. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
FanDuel Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the 75th NBA Finals. We're giving all customers a $75 referral bonus. That's right, you'll give and get $75 in site credit when you invite friends to join America's #1 sportsbook. Here's how it works. Invite your friends from the app, make sure they sign up with your referral link, and as soon as your friend makes any bet of at least $10, you'll both get a bonus. Offer ends June 2nd when Game 1 of the NBA Finals tips off. Don't miss your chance to bet the finals with a bonus. And if you're new to FanDuel, you can also sign up with promo code Steve1580 to get free bets after your first bet. That's promo code Steve1580. Just head over to the FanDuel Sportsbook app and invite your friends today to get your $75 sportsbook credit. 21 plus and present in Arizona. Referred players must wager $10 within 28 days of signing up. Limit 10 referrals. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires after 7 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
Carla's retiring early next month. We're all going to have to learn to pick up the slack.
The dessert making role at Sawyer's restaurant, deserted.
Tom can handle beignets.
They need a new pastry chef who can souffle like it's a piece of cake.
Come on, guys, we got a line out the door. How much longer for those croissants?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic is your exclusive home for the 6-time world champion Indoor Football League's Arizona Rattlers.
All right, listen up.
Tune in to The Fanatic for all the fast-paced, hard-hitting action. Listen as the Rattlers work toward the playoffs and their 7th world championship in team history.
Let's keep it going.
Arizona Rattlers football, exclusively on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and Big George says, of course Fed fans going to say the Warriors will win 5 or 6. She's biased. Well, no crap, man. She's a Warriors fan. She's supposed to be confident and happy with her team. She's not like a paid analysis person, like Keon. She didn't have any responsibility other than be a good fan of her team. So, of course, she's going to feel that way. But I also wouldn't question her knowledge and understanding of the game. I don't think you should ever sleep on her analysis of basketball. 888-368-1580. And he says, you know what, though? I'm with Randy and Keon on this one. Give me the Celtics in 7. What are you going to say there, Keon?
I was just going to say, if things look really bad for the Warriors, I think Fed fan would say so.
Yeah. What he means is he'll never eat the hot dog with the ketchup. That's what he means.
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
ever. You'll never do it.
I will. I've done it.
I'm just saying.
I just got
video.
Just got to record it.
Just saying. Mr. Wilbur says, Randy, I really need to know where you were last week. You were finishing up the filming of that big sequel that you're starring in. Was that it? When it comes out, can you, Jeffrey, and Keon and myself go to it? Forrest Gump, the Randy sequel?
Well, there's no truth to that whatsoever. And there's absolutely no truth to anything about any sort of gallivanting around the islands. I didn't win any sort of parlay, and Miss Kim and I were here in Phoenix the whole time. I was on the air. I don't know why you guys keep saying I was not on the air. I was on the air. I mean, I have physical proof that I was on the air.
Really? What is this proof you speak of?
Well, it's tape recordings of me on the air.
Well, that could have been done at any time. I could prove that you weren't here last week with also tape recordings. Let's go to court. I feel good about my chances. Yeah, talking about checking medications and expiration dates. Lost Toby says Dubs in 4. Booger Wolf says, hey, what do you know? It's the Cackling Crows and Salamander show with the bunion toes. Better not suck your heading back to Mexico mofos. I have no idea what that all meant, but it feels like that was not very nice.
That more or less sums it up.
Okay. Fed Fan is very happy. She's like, you're going to talk tennis? You're going to talk tennis? Oh, and then she sent me, don't send me kitty cat memes ever. This is the kitty cat saying that we rock. It's just, I don't like kitty cats so much. Yeah. Using puppy dog ones if you want, but just kind of took the wind out of it. But she says Djokovic is playing Nadal right now, and he has to win this set to go to a 5th set. This is becoming a very interesting French Open. Okay.
Because neither Nadal or Djokovic are French.
Yeah, I thought you had to be French to win the French Open.
Yeah, pretty sure you had to be French to be winning participating in the French Open.
Or is there a form where it says, have you had French fries? Have you had French bread? Did you have a French kiss? All the French. If you've done one of those French things, they let you play in the French Open.
Okay.
Is there anything else? French fries, French kiss, French bread.
Snails.
No, that's got to say, it has to have French in it.
French snails.
No, that's just called escargot. So what other Frenches are there?
Mustard.
French's mustard. Enjoy French's mustard.
I have French's mustard. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else? There's 4 things now. That's it.
French wine.
Yeah, it's not a
French cheese.
French braid. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I just make that up in my head. I had sisters, so I might have heard something like that.
Mm.
Well, whatever the case is, anybody playing has to have at least French onion dip. Thank you, Bruno Baller. Yes, or French onion soup. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now we're up to 6 French things. As long as you have done one of those 6 things, you can play in the French Open. You don't even have to be good at tennis.
No.
Lost Toby says, I participated in a French Open in college. Very flexible people.
Hello.
I don't think that means what you think it means. Fed Fan says amateurs. I'm dealing with amateurs. Oh, so the French Open is open to amateurs. Thank you for letting us know. This education is.
Thank you, Fed Fan.
Yeah, it's very good. Says that, I guess Coco Gauff, is she an amateur?
No, she's a professional.
I'm just glad that she's a she. I got that right. Because I've only known of 2 Cocos in my entire life. Coco from Fame. Remember that?
No, never watched it.
I want to live forever.
I didn't watch that show.
You got big dreams, and I don't remember the rest of it, how that sentence goes. And then they would all dance to and sing to everything. It was like a cooler version of Glee, but I got news for you. It wasn't cool. Anyway, French toast. Good God, yes. Good.
How did we forget French toast?
Wow.
Oh, well done. Thank you for the save right there. Big George says, you guys going to talk about the French Open? I feel like we need French music playing in the background and Jeffrey's French accent saying, you poo-poo Americans. We're not doing that. No, Randy, turn it off. We're not doing that to Fed Fan. We're going to treat this
French Open.
Well, we're going to treat this with dignity and respect. I will not do the French accent for this.
It's too late to start that. Wait, have you heard the show?
No, I don't like to listen to my own stuff. Now everybody's giving me other Cocos. Blissful Hayes says, well, there's Coco Crisp. No.
Oh, I like the Cocoa Crisp. Oh,
Happy
yeah.
Lefty says Coco the gorilla. Oh, the sign language gorilla.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, Cocoa Crisp is an all-time name.
Oh, how do we forget this one? The French tickler. Yeah. Thank you.
Damn it.
Don't click on anything like that. It says almost exclusively. It's a bad idea.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. So what were we talking about?
The French Open. I
Oh,
believe.
right. Tennis. So Coco Gauff, she got to the Grand Slam semifinals for the first time. She beat our Sloane Stephens in the quarterfinals. That's all I know. I just wanted to sound like I knew something. But I will say that we talked about Irina Bigu. How did you say it, the Fed fan? Bigu? Yeah. Well, she threw her tennis racket down. And it took an odd bounce, and it almost hit some weak-ass, soft 10-ply little French kid. He starts crying because the tennis racket almost hit him. Oh my God. Oh, that whiny little French kid. So now she got fined $10,000. They should give $5,000 of that to that little to the parents for that little 10-ply soft bastard. That, this is because you have to be his dad. Here, go on. You're gonna need some alcohol. You're going to need to, you are the reason why daddy drinks. Kid, shut up, stop crying. I'm not done here. $2,500 for the mom, $2,500 for the dad, because they're both going to be on prescription drugs and alcohol. You whiny little turd.
Damn. That kid is like 8.
Yeah. And that's too old for that. To cry because you almost got hit by a racket. Shut up. You were almost hit. If you got hit, even then it'd be kind of just been a little thud, just a little something. It wouldn't have been anything serious.
Your smack of the microphone was louder than a thud, but I get your point.
Yeah, it was more like this. It would have been like that. That's it. Oh my God. That kid. Oh. Just anyway, so she got fined $10,000 on that. So that's all I know, Fed fan, unless you have other information or want to give us some updates on no, she's pounding her head on the wall again. She says Coco Gauff is the new up and coming American lady player. Well, I knew it was a lady. I was hoping. I said she.
Yeah.
And so she's I didn't know this. I've heard of her for a while. She's only 18. So she's 18.
I did not know she was that young.
Because you can go pro tennis pretty young if you're good enough. And she's awesome.
Had no idea. Anyway, so that she's I don't know if she's played yet or she's playing some Italian chick, the Trevi's son or something. So I don't know if there's going to be any actual analysis of what's happening. It's going to have to come from Fed Fan. This is your opportunity, Fed Fan. Without it, we're going to have to just move along. So no, you know what? I can't give that one, moist one. He says, what about French Stewart? He was that squinty guy from Third Rock from the Sun, that old TV show. Yeah, he doesn't count anymore. He's never done anything again. So sorry. No, that's not. We can't accept that one. But French toast, French bread. We already did French bread.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what a French flopper is. Baker's Cocky Hens says all French basketball stars are great floppers.
That
Gobert?
is Gobert's not really a flopper.
Yeah. So I guess that okay, he didn't say all French basketball stars were floppers, but he says all of them are. So yeah, sorry, Baker's Cocky Hens. Your math does not check out. Keon has just invalidated you and your existence.
Accidentally, apparently.
Berg says, I have a question. Watch every point of every match of the French Open or 3 full games of the Phoenix Rising.
3 full games of the Phoenix Rising.
Why are you punishing us?
I don't know. I could go either way.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I find it, once I figure out, what's going on in a sport, I can more or less enjoy it. Yeah.
I don't want to follow a sport that calls losing a point love.
Yeah. I don't love it. Don't love that.
15 love.
I don't think it's losing a point. I think the love is when you haven't scored yet.
Right.
Yeah.
15 love.
So the start is love?
45 love.
Yeah.
No, that's a serious question.
I think so.
Is it love?
It's
I
too
think so.
touchy-feely
Don't
for
quote me on
me. You see what I'm saying?
That's why the French are so soft.
Mm.
Berg says, well, I already read that. So here's the thing. I guess I have to answer. Every match of the Phoenix Open or 3 full games of the Phoenix Rising.
3 full games of the Phoenix Rising.
I kind of feel like maybe, yeah, because if you just said soccer, I'd have said I'll watch all the French Open. And I'm not even pandering. The people who were mad at me about making those jokes back in 2018, they're not mad at me anymore. So I can be honest. I don't like soccer. So, but the Phoenix Rising, you have to give them their due respect. They're a team that has won and championships and stuff. So that's a good team right there. I did go to a game, and it was way more exciting and fun than I thought that a soccer game would be. So I know maybe at this level of soccer, kind of like watching the NCAA basketball is a lot of times more exciting than watching the NBA, because these kids are all auditioning for a job in the NBA. So everybody's going 100 miles an hour, putting their full effort into it the entire time. No Ben Simmons here, no James Harden here. So that's, maybe why I think I'd go with Phoenix Rising. But then again, I don't hate tennis. I do enjoy tennis. Actually, this is a hard one, not because I'm trying to hate one more. I think I could watch either one. I think I'm on same path as Keon on this. But if it was just soccer in general, oh, hell yeah, I'd be a tennis playing, watching mofo. I wouldn't even think about it. Fed Fan says, I am not a fan of Randy right now.
Why? Why, Fed Fan?
I don't know. I think because you chose soccer. She says Rune versus Rudd will be tomorrow's best match. Goff versus Swiatek is my prediction for the ladies' final, with Swiatek winning. Where's Swiatek from, by the way? I'm just kind of curious, because we're just going to go
Swiatek,
America. I want Coco.
I don't know if Swiatek is American.
Well, then definitely we're going to go with the home team on that. 888-368-1580. Lost Toby says, nobody says love. I just said love. Now I just made you say love. How you like those apples, Lost Toby? Oh, that girl is from Poland. She's from Poland.
Swiatek?
I have no jokes about that. And we're going to carefully go to break now. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
For the latest in the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
This is Joan, enjoying some me time up on the rim. This is Simon and his friends paddling the Salt River. And this is Brad. Brad is, well, no one knows where Brad is. What they all have in common is that they went to azmbdnow.gov to quickly and easily renew their registration or 30 other services. So go to azmbdnow.gov and get more time to enjoy all the things you love.
Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
As we plan for our retirement, there are 4 questions we need to ask ourselves or our retirement planning advisor. How much? How long? How safe? And what cost? Let's start with how much. That is, how much income we think we'll need each and every year for the rest of our lives, including all the activities we want to enjoy during our retirement, like travel, recreation, and entertainment. Plus the cost of housing, including repair and maintenance, taxes, insurance, and utilities, as well as the cost of healthcare, including expenses not covered by Medicare.
Enjoy safe, secure lifetime income of 5 to 9% for life, depending on age and deferral period, with no fee deductions and no annuitizing. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so let's compare free in Scottsdale. For more, visit iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com, iqannuity.com.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Tuesday, day after Memorial weekend day.
Oh, no, he's not hungover at all, is he?
Listen, you guys catch any baseball over the weekend at all? Either one of you guys?
Yeah.
Catch any baseball?
I did. Kind of a sad chain of events for the Diamondbacks, but at least they've won, their last game. The Dodgers had their way with them.
Yeah.
And we don't need to talk about what the Nationals did.
I always, I
saw
that.
I think we need to go in depth on what the Nationals did.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. I saw that. Anyway, been a lot of craziness that's happening. A lot of guys are really hitting the ball this year. How about Paul Goldschmidt, former Diamondback? Got a 21-game hitting streak going, hitting .454 during the hitting streak, hitting a lot of home runs. He could be your payoff as you get in on $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday's MLB games. Listen, it's a $25 bet, and you select a hitter, and it might be one of the league leaders. You got Aaron Judge up there with 18. You got Mookie Betts for the Dodgers has 15. Yordan Alvarez with Houston, 14. He had a big one yesterday. Mike Trout, CJ Cron. I mean, you could put money down on any one of these guys, and you could get a payout. And if you don't win, if you lose, FanDuel's going to pay you $5 for every home run. So listen, if I'm picking, which I didn't pick today, I didn't get a chance to. But if I'm picking, I'm going Paul Goldschmidt because when he gets on a tear, Goldie can hit home runs on top of home runs. And what are you waiting for? Make your picks now. Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. Head on over to the FanDuel Sportsbook account or download FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Randy1580. Don't forget, gang, scientifically proven more lucky than anybody else's code. Promo code Randy1580 at the FanDuel Sportsbook. 21 and older, presence in Arizona. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus, $25.
Maximum bonus.
Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, Jeffrey, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text Next Step to 53342, Jeffrey.
I don't
do it for your family.
I don't have a problem. I'm okay.
Do it for your family.
But I'm fine. I don't.
I put some money down on who I think is going to win the 2022 World Series.
Oh, really? Can you tell us, or is it a surprise?
No, I will be glad to tell you. I'm going to ride that St. Louis Cardinals horse right into the finish line. I think the St. Louis Cardinals win. I got them at plus 3,000.
So I'm going to get on the FanDuel. I'm going to put a bet on the White Sox to win. That was my choice. We should all do our choices that we talked about at the beginning of the season. I had the White Sox. Who'd you have, Keon? I can't remember.
I had the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
Keon.
Who'd you have, Randy?
Cardinals. Keon. Don't take the Nationals.
I won't. Oh,
he didn't say he was taking the Nationals.
You don't have to tell me. I've been watching them, and
stay away.
It's not good.
You stay away from the Nationals, and you help me. I'll avoid the Diamondbacks.
Oh, okay. Nobody's going the Diamondbacks right now.
We'll hold each other accountable.
They have fallen under 500 by a couple of games, but
Gee,
of course,
who saw that coming?
beating the Braves is a step towards. I'd like to see them finish at 500 or better. That'd be nice. I'm not trying to win the World Series here. I'm just trying to see them have some good days and some bad days. But every day at the park with the beer and a dog is a good day. So again, let's not get down about these Arizona Diamondbacks. Okay.
Diamondbacks actually have a better record than the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta's 23-26. D-backs are 24-26.
Okay. I don't care. Just
if the D-backs were playing in the damn National League East, we'd be in second place. That's where the Braves are. But no, we've got to play the damn West with the damn Dodgers and the damn Padres and the damn Giants. No, we couldn't play in the East. No, hell no. We have to play in the West.
It doesn't matter where we play. That our record is our record, and we know this ain't our season. Let's enjoy the good times and don't worry about the bad times. Let's just kind of cruise through the season and have a beer and a dog, and it'll be okay. Okay.
And Big George, I know you're still mourning the loss of Paul Goldschmidt. But you got to let it go, bro. You just gotta let it go. It's been several seasons now, man. You just gotta let it go.
It's tough
on the Twitter, man.
Good God, like how long has it been? 5-6 years?
He said you could say the same thing about Max Scherzer, Big George.
Yeah, you gotta let him go. Just gotta let it go. Somebody didn't let something go, and now they're suspended. Tommy Pham, did I say his name right? Pham? It's spelled Pham.
Yeah, Pham. Tommy Pham.
Yeah. Tommy Pham, the outfielder for the Reds, during some warm-ups there, just walked on over to Jock Peterson and said, "Hey, remember that thing that you did there to fantasy football?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah. That thing that wasn't against the rules?" He says, "Yeah." Boom! Slapped him right across his big blonde face. And,
oh, boy.
Jock Peterson, wise, did not even try to retaliate. He was sent reeling, and then he just kind of walked off. He's like, what the hell just happened? And it turns out it was about a fantasy football dispute. And Tommy Pham is wrong. Tommy Pham is wrong.
100%.
Jock Peterson had a player put him on injured reserve because he was injured. He was out, and then he picked up another player. Now, he didn't play the other player, but we all do that. It's like, okay, got to make sure I've got somebody to back up that guy in case I don't have this, blah, blah, blah. It's all about the strategy of just keeping a team rostered. And so there was nothing illegal. He even showed him in a chat. He's like, no, look, this is not illegal. This is and then he says, by the way, you've done the exact same thing. Pointing out, says you've got a guy who's injured reserve and you have another player there. So whatever the reason, Tommy Pham just still says, no, Jock Peterson cheater. And took that opportunity to slap the blonde off his head. And he got 3 games of suspension and undisclosed fine.
Do you know how old that fantasy football feud is, by the way? 2 years old.
Oh, I thought that was from this last season.
No, this man waited 2 years to slap this dude.
Man, I blame Will Smith. I do, because
Tommy Pham, you got to let it go, man.
Will Smith emboldened Tommy Pham to slap Jock Peterson like he was Chris Rock. That was a dumb thing for Tommy Pham. And I saw him talking to, he was getting a little cranky with the reporters too. We're asking straightforward questions like, I told you. You're like, hey, easy, man. Just asking the questions. So yeah, he needed to be suspended, but
and Jock Peterson, I listened to that interview. It sounded like he was being deposed in a court case. Well, a couple of years ago in fantasy football, he had somebody on his. I had somebody in injured reserve, and he took exception to it, and like he was just. It was the most. He was so calm in how he was explaining it.
Did Tommy Pham slap the luster off of Jock Peterson's pearls? Is that what he did?
I think what happened on that is he got slapped, realized that is not somebody he wanted to tango with, and he man card violated himself by not even trying to retaliate. And I think now he knows the video is coming out. He was embarrassed by the fact he took a slap and didn't even come back like a man. He just slapped him and he's like, okay. And he's kind of slunked off. Have you seen the video?
I have not seen the video.
That was a hell of a slap. I gotta say that was way better than the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap. And you saw when I say slap the blonde off his head, his hair went. But it was so wrong. It was also a cheap shot. Because he goes up, he says, "You know what?" He says, "I'm mad at you," and he says, "Was it about the fantasy football thing?" And then, pow, out of nowhere. You can't hear the audio, but that's at least what Jock Peterson had to say. Yeah, how about that man card violation for slapping a guy over a 2-year-old fantasy football issue? Good cat.
And you were wrong.
Let me say this. No, man card violation comes for the cheap shot. You know what I'm saying? You square up with the guy, you air your grievance, and then you fight. You don't just slap somebody just like cheap shot. It's the same thing Will Smith did. I mean, yeah, Chris Rock knew some trouble was heading his way, but I don't think he knew he was going to get slapped. And then I'm sure Jock Peterson never saw that coming. So I'll give you a man card violation for not squaring up fair and square. Fed fan says Peterson should be slapped for wearing them pearls.
That's what I mean. He wears those pearls, man.
That's a standing man card violation right there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Did Tommy Pham slap the luster off those pearls?
Yeah, that would have been funny if you see the pearls break and go flying. That'd have been perfect. Fat Fan also wants to know that Swiatek won the French Open 2 years ago, and if Goff makes the finals, she may be really nervous. That's why I lean towards Swiatek, pronounced Swiatek. No, I was saying it right. I mean, I put a little on the A because I wasn't sure, but I got it. Big George says, when I see Paul Goldschmidt tearing it up in St. Louis, and I see the Diamondbacks waste a bunch of money on over-the-hill pitchers when we could have kept Goldschmidt instead, it boils my blood.
Yeah.
Paul was a franchise player.
Yeah.
And he brought fans to the stadium.
Come here, Big George. Come here.
It was corporate negligence.
Bring it in.
Traded away for nothing.
Oh, come on.
You traded away for nothing.
It's okay, big guy. Come on.
It's just stupid.
It's gonna be there. It's gonna be okay, Big George. Don't worry. Just let it go.
Blissful Hayes
It's been
says,
4 years.
"Hey, Randy, welcome back. Hope you had an awesome time off there. Question: why didn't the Diamondbacks re-sign Goldie?"
Well, there's a lot of speculation there. One of the things was they didn't want to pay him what he was going to get. They were talking about a $110 million contract for Goldschmidt. It was a situation where they decided to move him along and bring up Christian Walker, who was waiting in the farm club, therefore being a team of economy rather than expenditure, and then take that money and use it for a frontline quote-unquote pitcher, bringing in Zach Greinke, which we all know how that worked out. There are other people that just thought that Goldie wasn't producing at the rate he should be producing. To be quite honest with you, I don't have a good answer for you other than it was an economics thing. And this team has shown itself to be very cheap.
Cheap. Blissful Hayes says pineapple 1580 is all static. Fantastic. It's great. I don't know if that's still true, but all right.
We had this problem last week when I was here all week.
No, you were not here all last week, you lying sack, and we did not have that problem. Baker's Cocky Hen says, tennis isn't too bad to watch. It's just too long, like baseball. And by the way, Rudy Gobert flopped all over himself with the microphone. Remember that? Cough, cough. And by the way, wouldn't it be a man card violation for Jock to give a crap what you think about him doing anything he does? I don't care about what he thinks. All I know is you're wearing pearls and you don't, you get let a guy slap you and you slink away. Yeah, it's not too manly right there. Yeah. Moist One says, did get to see a little baseball this last weekend. And he watched the WAC championship and New Mexico State became the champions.
How about that?
Moist One also says, sure, the phrase 15 love makes sense in tennis, but not to my girlfriend's parents, huh? Okay, that's not right. That is not right, Moist One. Shame on you.
No.
Good Cat says, Big George, can you find a precedence to sue the Diamondbacks for corporate negligence regarding the Goldschmidt issue? How about just the way they've done business the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, huh? Tiger Paws, we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. Lost Toby says, I didn't say love, love. I typed it. Hefty Lefty says Nadal is leading the match in the fourth quarter by 3 wickets. He's bowling now for a 7th strikeout. I don't think you're watching the same thing that Fedman is watching.
He's what now?
Brilliant. All right, hour 1 down and 2 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
The NBA Finals are here, and so's your chance to score big on FanDuel Sportsbook. Throughout the NBA Finals, FanDuel is giving new customers $200 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Bet the money line, point spreads, player props, and so much more. Plus, you can combine your bets for an even bigger payday with Same Game Parlay Plus. Just sign up with promo code DALE 1580. If you haven't tried FanDuel, now is the perfect time to give it a shot. Join today with promo code DALE 1580 and turn a $5 bet into $200 in free bets, win or lose. FanDuel, official partner of the NBA. You must be 21 or older and present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342.
This is Terry Crews, and that is the sweet, sweet sound of a live audience. That's right. AGT is back with the electricity of a big crowd, with the most incredible acts yet. Plus, your favorite judges, Simon, Howie, Heidi, and Sophia, and $1 million up for grabs with a live audience.
AGT is back, followed by the premiere of Dancing with Myself, tonight on NBC.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
NASCAR Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will put it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights. We're going to tear it up tonight. Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader. Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or
this is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
KQFM Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. As we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, FedFan has declared us heathens and amateurs. She says, heathens and amateurs. I'm dealing with heathens and amateurs. That sounds like the show. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, about tennis, you know.
It's a pretty good description, yeah.
We're trying, FedFan. Do we not at least get some participation trophy points for that? I mean, I'm not asking for a perfect grade here or nothing, but we're making the, effort. Blissful Hayes says 1580 AM is back on. Thanks. I did nothing. I told the engineer to maybe look at it. Baker's Cocky Hens says Jock cost fam $111,000 by not responding to the slap. So it seems like he won that fight to me. Listen, I never said he had to turn around and fight the guy, but you don't just get slapped and then just keep walking. At least turn and be like, what the hell, man? I mean, He just took it. So just, I mean, I don't know that was Jock's strategy. I'm going to cost him money by walking away. It's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. But back to 111,000. Was that released? Because they had not released how much the fine was. Keon, do we have any information on how much Tommy Pham got fined for slapping Jock Peterson? I know he got 3-game suspension. Don't know what the actual financial hit was for the inappropriate conduct, as they put it, which means he got slapped. 888-368-1580. Tiger Paws. Yes, that was so sad to hear about that. Cardinals new player, Jeff Gladney, died in a car accident over the weekend. And I guess we just got word that his girlfriend who was in the car with him has also passed away. So both of them died in a car accident. I think it was in Florida, if I remember right, but that's very, very sad right there. He played, and we were looking forward to seeing him play here for the Arizona Cardinals. So, there's no sports take on this. It's just awfully sad when that sort of thing happens there. So I don't know what the Cardinals' response will be to any of this, other than that it's a damn shame. I'm sure Randy doesn't have anything to say on this.
Well, no, it's very sad. He was such a young man, and I think it was in Texas. I think it was in like Fort Worth, Texas, somewhere around there. But it's extremely sad. Extremely sad. This guy was going to help us in our secondary. He's a young dude. He had some, I think, 3 years experience in the league. So, what can you say other than the sad news? We're sorry to hear about his passing and his girlfriend's passing. So
I don't know if we have ever had an off season where 2 NFL players have died in a car accident. At first it was Dwayne Haskins and now this Jeff Gladney. So kind of strange, but anyway, did you get the fine information, or is it still secret?
It's still undisclosed what
the hell are you talking about? Baker's Cocky Hens, 111,000. You just made that number up.
Yeah, I was on NBC Sports just now. They haven't disclosed the amount yet.
Fed Fan says you're doing a good job trying to talk tennis. We are trying. You have to at least give us that. I appreciate that. 888-368-1580. Let's get caught up on the text line here. Bruno Baller wants, oh man, he's got me hungry for French onion dip too. That is true. It's Taco Tuesday. I'm all off. I feel like today's Monday. You know what I mean? Because we didn't work yesterday. So he says, happy Taco Tuesday, guys, and French toast. Give me some 805, please. King of Kitten says the Diamondbacks. Oh, man, another disappointment. The Diamondbacks have canceled the 4th of July fireworks at the stadium.
Why?
Why?
I don't completely understand, because they say, I think they've banned fireworks in Arizona because this place is a tinderbox right now with, possibility of brush fires. But downtown, you can't
that's
have
what I'm saying.
Fireworks display over it. Hey, people of Phoenix, mow your dead damn grass so we can have a fireworks display and not have to worry about setting fire to your ugly ass yard.
But people are going to, shoot off fireworks anyway. But at least a baseball team would be equipped to handle that. You would think. Yeah.
I've been to the 4th of July show there, and it was, well, you have to move to a seat where you can see, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, you're in downtown damn Phoenix, right? I mean, what's going to catch fire? And let me follow that up with that matters. It's not pretty down there. Just saying. Baker Cocky Hen says it's a 3-game unpaid suspension, which for his contract equals $111,000. Okay, well, that makes sense, Baker Cocky Hens, but only if you actually do know the value of that contract or something. I don't know. That was pretty impressive that he went and did math. Mr. Pink Eye says, I've been to the French Quarter in New Orleans. Can I play in the French Open? Yes, you are qualified to play in the French Open. I think Fed Fan would agree. 888-368-1580. So weird stuff happening revolving the San Francisco Giants. Now Gabe Kapler is not going to take the field during the national anthem. in a protest of gun violence. So it's interesting. He's using Colin Kaepernick's strategy. Not the same. He's not kneeling. He's just not taking the field in his own protest of gun violence. I doubt it will make a difference, but I guess hats off to Gabe Kapler for he's going to take heat from all those people who got mad at Colin Kaepernick plus gun lobby. So this is an interesting I don't know, it's an interesting stand to take. I don't blame him. He says, I don't plan on coming out for the anthem going forward until I feel better about the direction of this country. I don't expect to move the needle necessarily, just something I feel strongly about at taking that step. And he did come out for Memorial Day. He says, I do believe strongly in the right to protest. I also believe strongly in honoring and mourning our country's servicemen and women who fought and died for the right to protest. So, I have no problem with this. I don't know how much it's going to help, but, I get it. Everybody's trying to find something that they can do, this shooting up schools thing. I don't know that it's going to be solved one place or another place. It's got to be solved in several different directions. And I just hope that the people who are trying to figure this out to stop these things happening in our schools consider that it's not just one thing. It's going to be a collection of things and a little bit of a change of, our society, so I'm not going to get into it, and I don't want to get into it with you guys in the text line. But I am saying it's not just one thing, not the one thing that Steve Kerr is going off about. And I don't even know what else Gabe Kapler is saying other than he wants it to stop too. Well, here's what he says. We are not free when politicians decide that the gun lobbyist industries are more important than our children's freedom to go to school without needing bulletproof backpacks and active shooter drills. So that is his position. My position might be, I don't know if you need to go after the right to bear arms. I don't know if it's a matter of going at, maybe there are some things they can do to make that better as far as restricting access, but criminals will always get guns. And if some kid gets in his head to do a thing, he'll find a way to get a gun. So I don't know if it's something that we're going to do as far as laws against guns, as much as there's other things we need to look at. Maybe it's just a combination of, okay, raise the age, go ahead. And maybe over here, do this with mental health, and over here, do this with this. This is not just one thing. This is just sort of where the society has gone. And we need to work on all those things, I think, to make it better. So enough of that nonsense. Well, not nonsense. Sorry about that. You know what I mean. Let's talk about something that's going to aggravate Randy for sure.
I thought we were going to get a stronger reaction out of Randy, but
he's
Randy's faithful strategy that I have learned of silence.
Yes, he just kind of looked up, kind of looked around the room. You do not know this kid, okay? You do not know this kid, but if you're a Yankees fan, you'll know that this is a prospect. This is a Yankees prospect. If you want to see the video of what happened, go to my Twitter at RadioPal1580. And this kid is named Anthony Siegler. Okay. He was a 2018 first round draft pick by the Yankees. And so there he is doing his thing in the minors. And so he hits this shot. He's like, he makes contact and he's like, yep, home run. And that thing is flying. And he starts to kind of run, flips his bat, and he starts to kind of trot. And oh no! Turned out it was not a home run. Yep. And so he was not running to speed like maybe he should have. So he grabbed his helmet, started to run, but he not even close. He almost got to second base, and then the guy was like, "I have the ball." Dick.
You're out.
Huh.
So if you want to enjoy seeing somebody get served theirs for the bat flip, go to my Twitter, Randy. I think you'll enjoy that.
Okay.
It's almost like the Yankees play-by-play guy.
What's that?
John Stood.
It is far. It is gone. But caught.
Oh, no. It's happening again.
John Sterling, the spirit of John Sterling possessed this kid. He was celebrating before.
Yeah.
Anthony Siegler. This is why you've been in the minors for 4 years.
You know what, kid? Put your head down and run, and wait for the umpire to tell you it's a home run.
Blissful Hayes has a theory that the Diamondbacks stash of fireworks tested positive for COVID-19.
Oh, that's probably it. Yeah.
Damn shame.
Good point. Yeah.
Let's
every time.
Hey, what do you think of old Luke Walton joining the Cavaliers as an assistant? Well, that's a step backwards, isn't it? He, after having been the head coach of, let's say, for a moment, he was a head coach of the Warriors because he was filling in for leaky spine, Mr. Steve Kerr. Then he was, wasn't he for Kings? Was it the Kings?
Sacramento Kings.
Mm-hmm. That was a hopeless assignment, though, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna. I thought he head coach somewhere else. Did he for the Lakers for a minute? No, is that just my imagination? He played.
Well, I think he was an assistant with the Lakers for a short term.
Yeah.
And
sure?
I think so. I know he played for the Lakers.
All I know is this is.
I don't follow U of A graduates too much.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why it's a little cloudy. So speaking of his dad's cloudy. Is this a step back? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not. You go to be an assistant after being the head coach of the Sacramento Kings. They suck so bad that almost feels like a lateral move. And then, filling in for Steve Kerr when you have a hot team that doesn't even really need you there. I guess that doesn't count. I don't know. What is the word on him as a coach?
He's well liked as an assistant, so I think that's gonna help him. He's his time on the Warriors staff. That's how he was able to get that Kings job. And the Kings job is kind of hopeless, but that's not necessarily his fault. That that they can't draft properly or do anything well. Actually, the Kings are just bad at everything, draft and free agent signing. But that's not his fault. He just tried to coach the players that he had. Inevitably, you get fired because at some point you can't move the players once you've been bad at acquiring players. So the coach gets fired. And then he, I believe, is with the Lakers, and now he's going to the Cavs, and that's I think that's a good move.
Coach. He was a head coach of the Lakers, then, right? I was right. He was. It was such a moment, but he had been a head coach of the Lakers and of the Sacramento Kings, and he just was really bad at it.
Not great news that the Lakers are going through coaches this fast. I don't think that I don't know that it's him being a bad coach, because at some point you can't elevate talent if you don't have any. And I think the Lakers team he coached, was the pre-LeBron Lakers team, which was a bunch of young guys, but they just hadn't, come together yet. And I thought that the Lakers gave up on a lot of those guys way too soon. Lonzo Ball is a pretty decent talent. They moved on from Kyle Kuzma.
I hate him in that damn T-Mobile commercial.
Oh, that's his brother
AT&T.
LaMelo.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lonzo's actually quieter. So
I get them all confused. They just got that giant tooth data there. So
and they all kind of look vaguely the same. But all of the Ball brothers, yeah.
All the balls it looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
Similar.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But Brandon Ingram, who's doing awesome things in New Orleans with the Pelicans, as we know, he was a Laker. They moved on from him. They moved on from a lot of young, talented players, and they didn't really, I don't think, gave Luke Walton the time to develop that, or those guys the time to develop.
So maybe Luke Walton is still a future coach of some decent team.
Yeah, some guys actually get a couple of tries first before they catch on somewhere. So I'm hoping he does it, because he seems like a good coach in terms of when he's an assistant, people love him. So he's either one of those guys that maybe he should never be higher than an assistant, or he just hasn't quite found the right squad yet to coach.
Well, JB Bickerstaff has found value in having Luke Walton there. I mean, Luke Walton did play for the Cavaliers for a minute. So, all right, whatever works. And, good luck to him and Bickerstaff. Fed Fan says there's lots of assistants that were head coaches. Mike Brown, the ex-Suns coach, was assistant for the Mavericks. Mike Brown is the assistant for Golden State. And she says, and there is an ex-Suns coach on the Mavericks. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess, and there's other head coaches in the NFL who end up being coordinators or some sort of assistant on other teams. It's like, a lot of times these guys have an area that they're really good at. That's how they get noticed and thought of for a head coach. If they fail there, that doesn't mean they've lost all value. I mean, I can't believe Ben McAdoo has a job, yet he does, doing anything, but still there you are. So yeah, highly specialized guys will always find their way back. And I'm glad when people like Luke Walton, he had it. The cards were stacked against him in a couple of different, situations. But at some point, you need to find the value in him as a head coach, whether he's losing or not. And I think that people maybe still do think he's too green. So
it's possible.
We'll see what happens in his future. Good news. I'll say it's good news. Joel Embiid had his thumb surgery, and they are saying that he should be ready to go by camp. So hopefully that'll take care of all his woes. I mean, not bad, getting the MVP with a dangling thumb there, right?
Well, he didn't win the MVP,
but he was damn close. He was
close. He was second place.
Jokic won it again.
No, really. In my mind, he did. Just like in your mind, you were here last week, Randy.
Well, I was here last week.
And Joel Embiid won the MVP. If we're in fantasy land over some things, why not be in this?
Okay.
But yeah, I think that Joel Embiid with his thumb, I think that's good news that he'll be back in time for training camp and all that stuff, because they absolutely need him. And I don't think that there is a single team in this league that probably needs their superstar quite as bad as the Philadelphia 76ers need Joel Embiid to be healthy.
Yeah. You ever wonder if maybe let's say Nikola Jokic is driving through Phoenix and he happens to turn on our radio station and hears me say Joel Embiid won the MVP. And of course, he doesn't know English that well. He's like, whoa, not what? The hell? Okay. Fed Fan says an update. She says Nadal has beat Djokovic in 4 sets.
Wow. 6-2, 6-4, 6-2, 6-4.
You just making that up, or did you actually know that?
No, I'm just making it.
I'll be honest. When she said in 4 sets, all I can think is sets of what? I mean, dishes? I mean, I don't know.
Sets of games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner says, good day, gentlemen. Beautiful day in Blender Nation. Keon, can I get a cold beer, please? And Jeffrey, I missed the first hour. Where's Randy? He's right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually here.
Yeah, I'll be pouring the beers today. So there you go. Boomer Sooner.
We have to take a break.
I was here last week as well.
You were not, you liar, you filthy, filthy liar. When we come back, it's Keon Rose's top 5 at Not Quite 5 here on the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
Carla's retiring early next month. We're all going to have to learn to pick up the slack.
The dessert making role at Sawyer's restaurant, deserted.
Mom can handle beignets.
They need a new pastry chef who can souffle like it's a piece of cake.
Come on, guys, we got a line out the door. How much longer for those croissants?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canyer with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Well, Mrs. Grayer, nothing on the x-ray that pinpoints the source of the pain. Let's send you to our lumbar expert.
After reviewing the x-rays, I can't see anything wrong. Let's give you a steroid shot for the pain and send you to the lab for some blood work.
Tired of the runaround? How about trying a new approach? The holistic approach.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
The Rams were built to win the Super Bowl.
The Los Angeles Rams have won Super Bowl 56. But if you think that brought the end of the NFL season, you'd better think again. The NFL is a year-round beast, and we keep you in the know. Free agency, trades, retirements, hirings, firings, holdouts, injuries, training camps, and a whole lot more. Football is always in season here. We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Your home for football.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Oh, what?
100 days to kick off. Today.
That sounds like forever from now.
100 days today.
I'm happy and also not happy about that. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. 100 days sounds like forever. I mean, how many days is it till training camp? That seems like an easier number, like 30.
It's not long.
35,
not long.
40.
I think the training camps they start up in July, right? So
early July.
What about 30 days or so?
Okay. But 100 seems like a lot. 99. What you should tell me tomorrow.
This is the kickoff.
Tell me tomorrow.
It's not training camp. This is to the season kicking off.
I know, but tell me tomorrow. When it's 99 days, seems like less. You say 100, right. I'm like, oh my God, there's three
Jeffrey.
digits. Yeah.
Hey, Jeffrey, tomorrow, 99 days to kick off.
We're almost there. See, it feels way better, I think.
Okay.
888-368-1580. Good Cat says, I feel like when Jeffrey says Embiid won the MVP, it reminds me of the state-run radio in North Korea telling people they won the World Cup. Yeah, it's exactly like that. And also exactly like Randy saying he was actually here with us on radio last week when he clearly wasn't. And I've got receipts to prove it. But okay.
What do you mean? What are these receipts?
I got the receipt, the money that was sent to you. And,
what money?
Okay, don't even play coy with me. Blissful Hayes says, is it possible Randy was on the show last week via Zoom, but forgot to click on video and had the sound muted?
No,
it's not possible. It's
See
0% possible.
Fourth dimension believes me.
You really think that he'd go 5 full shows, 15 hours on mute and not know it and think he was actually in the conversation?
Well, I am of advanced age. I might have forgotten.
Sure. We've come across Randy standing in the office yelling at a lamp, but that's, we just shrug that off.
You said you wouldn't say anything about that.
I don't think that's even relevant here. But whatever. Hey, by the way, let me tell you the difference between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, okay? I'm going to give you the difference between. First, I'm going to tell you about this. A Kobe Bryant rare signed card has hit the auction block, could go for $1 million. It's one of the rarest, most coveted Kobe Bryant cards in existence. 1997 Skybox Metal Universe Precious Metal Gems number 81. And yes, it's already got bids in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. But now it's card number 60 out of 100, which is very rare, but also a special. He signed it.
Oh, wow.
Now that makes it a 1 of 1 right there because no other autograph version has hit the market as far as anybody knows. So Kobe Bryant held this card, signed this card. And it has been authenticated and graded a mint 9. And, I would not be surprised if this went for $1 million right there. So you can bid on that till June 4th. So go find it.
Cards Chappie was in town over the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he collects what are those Poca
Hogs?
Pikachu? Poca, what are the Poca Pikachu? What are those things?
Furbies?
No, they're trading cards for that little blue devil. What's his name? Pokepeek. What is
Pikachu?
it? Keon, help me out.
Pikachu?
Pokemon. Pokemon. There we
Okay,
go.
gotcha. I thought you.
So I was enjoying a nice whiskey and partaking of a cigar on my back patio, as was he.
Mm-hmm.
And he came out with a box never opened of all these. He got these cards somewhere. These Pokemon cards.
And he got a Kobe Bryant.
He sat at my table and he sat there and opened cards and made $170 cash money with these cards. $170 for these Pokemon cards.
What, he sold them online?
No, he looked them up, the value. He had like an app on his phone, and he sat there and said, "I just made $170."
I feel like there should be a man card violation for collecting Pokemon cards.
Why?
I feel like there should, but I don't.
He just made $170.
It just
care.
makes you a giant nerd. I don't see how that's
no. Okay.
man card.
Keon, do you collect the what do you call it?
Clearly he
Pokemon
does,
cards?
as he just stood up for him.
Well, no, because I know people who do, but I don't have any because I just haven't. I was a kid the last time I did anything with Pokemon, but you know, I know people who do.
Ask Jeffrey if he collects cards. Ask him.
Pokemon? No.
Just ask him.
Football cards, yeah.
See?
Yeah.
He collects cards.
Yeah, football cards.
Don't let him fool you.
I have a Kobe Bryant rookie card. I have a LeBron James high school card. How you like them apples?
Wow,
that's pretty cool.
Let me tell you something though. Kobe Bryant card could go for $1 million. Here's the difference: a LeBron James signed ball with his high school team. This is as far back as you can go. They're saying this ball could sell for thousands.
I mean, LeBron's still playing though.
Be $1 million if it was Kobe. That's the difference between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James.
Well, it wouldn't be necessarily a bat. It wouldn't be just a bat. It'd be like a soccer ball and basketball, right? Because he grew up playing the soccer as well, didn't he?
Well, this is about basketball. This is about the basketball, and it also has Maverick Carter, who's a business partner at the Lakers, but you only know that because I told you. And they're saying this could sell for over $5,000. LeBron James versus Kobe.
I seem to remember LeBron selling like a bunch of his shoes to donate to his
Those
school.
went for $45 each pair.
They did not.
Which is funny because it cost him $200 to get the shoes.
He took a loss
because he made a bunch of money for his I Promise school that he started in Cleveland. That was
I promise these shoes are only worn once, and I will sell them to you for $40.
Jeffrey and I started a school. Keon, did you know that?
That sounds horrifying, but I did not know that.
Yeah, we started a school. It's not I Promise, it's IOU. And we keep putting them off.
We'll get around to it. We swear to God.
Yeah. It's the
Thank
IOU
you for
school.
your checks, but yeah, we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you is our motto over the door. We'll get back to you.
You just put it in Latin so that nobody knows that's what that means.
We got a stamp made out checks in the mail, and we just send those out.
Listen, Keon, if we knew Latin, we could teach them something. But until then,
oh no, you just put it through Google Translate.
IOU.
You don't have to know Latin.
Tiger Paws says, well, now that 1580 is working really good, 99.5 is getting garbled. Well, that's because we're on 99.3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. 99.3 FM. The app always works. Boomer Sooner says, yeah, Randy, that Indy 500 was quite a race. There at the end, I forgot the guy's name, but I thought he was coming around. The old Swiss guy there at the last lap, the old Swiss guy cut him off.
Yeah. What a finish. And what a good story. The kid Erickson that ended up winning the Indy 500. How fantastic is that? And congratulations. I don't know. Many of you in the fourth dimension don't realize this, but that's one day a year that I do absolutely nothing but watch auto racing. I was up early.
As opposed to
I watched Monaco, which was too bad. They started a rain delay. See, if I wasn't in town, Jeffrey, I wouldn't be able to give you such great statistics. About Monaco Grand Prix,
TV anywhere, but
Indianapolis. Right. Well, there is a TV on the weather plane, but
that's on Sunday.
Neither
that
here
was on
nor
Sunday
there.
When you were already back.
How do you know I was already back?
Because you're actually telling us about a race.
Maybe I never left in the first place, and then the Coke 600. So it was a great day of racing.
Mm-hmm. Baker Cocky Hen says Kobe may be worth more, but LeBron's living the better life. Well, yeah, at the moment.
just wow. just wow.
That's hard.
Unbelievable.
Fair point. I can't even argue with that. And Baker's Cocky Hen says, look, I don't like to poke men either, but I don't know if that's a man card violation. It could be My Little Pony, I guess. No, I can't even do that because the Marines were bronies where they had like they were so tough. They were put on these little My Little Pony patches or whatever. And it just dare you to fight them.
Yeah. Who's going to tell them no?
Not a single person.
I'm not. You want to be a brony? You go right ahead, sir.
That's when you transcend man card violation and you're just in the I dare you mode.
If you can kill me in 15 different ways, like what you want. Do what you like. I'm not going to fight you.
Big George says, I think Randy might have actually been on the air another station last week. Yeah, I bet he thought he was in his head.
What do you got? I was on this radio. Keon,
he thinks he heard you on the air with Jeff Bloom in Palm Springs over at our other Fanatic station.
There's no truth to that whatsoever. That voice that you hear over there is pre-recorded. It is not live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Randy would never do that to me.
No,
he would never do that to me.
Mm-mm.
I know that for a fact. So is it too late, or should we wait on this? Should we wait on this thing that I was going to do there? I was going to do a thing there. Well, you were going to do a thing.
Yeah.
I don't think we have time.
I don't think we have time for all three of us. So,
all right, Randy, you're out. It's time now. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to do it. We'll do this later, Randy. Stop the music. Just kidding. Can we do it in the next segment? You think we can fit it in the next segment?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait for that then. Big George says, wait, the change that's coming to Team 1010 in 102.7 The Fanatic in Palm Springs, is Randy taking over the station there? No, they're just finally getting around to becoming 102.7 The Fanatic, and we're 1580 The Fanatic. So that's it. We're our sister station, brother station, whatever you want to call it, is just joining in on being The Fanatic. So they're part of the Fanatic family, and that's the way that is. Mm-hmm. That's what that is. It's no big deal. Mm-hmm. Trust me, it ain't a big deal, George. Swave Dave says, wait, there's another Fanatic? I thought you guys were one of a kind. Well, no, we weren't even when we started. There's another Fanatic in Philly. So, I don't mean the Philly Fanatic. I mean, there's a station there
called the Fanatic. Yeah.
That one doesn't belong to us, though. So that's, nothing new under the sun, kids. Fed Fan says, I've gone from tennis to watching some exciting USFL. Go Stallions. Wait, what? They're playing today?
I don't know. She could be lying, and I wouldn't have any idea.
It's got to be tape delayed.
Let me change that statement to what? They're still playing at all? They exist? They're quietly just sort of still out there, aren't they?
Yeah, all 7 people at the last live game has stayed over in Birmingham to watch the next game.
At somebody's house, I'm sure. They're just hanging around somebody's house. Have you watched any USFL, Randy?
I think I watched about a half of a quarter. And then something more interesting came on, and I changed the channel then.
I was going to watch, but then there were some birds at the bird feeder. And I thought it was a cardinal, but it turned out it wasn't. Had a red head, but a brown body. So that means it wasn't actually a cardinal.
Yeah.
How about you, Keon?
I watched the fourth quarter of a game because I was watching the Nuggets Warriors.
Are you okay?
No, I was watching the Nuggets Warriors series.
That far back, huh?
Yeah. And then the game ended and I was still at the bar where they were playing it on every TV.
Oof.
So I was there. I watched it. I watched the fourth quarter of a game. It was awful. It was as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Might have instructed you to drive drunk and get the hell out of there, but that would be wrong.
And I wasn't done eating my wings yet, so I couldn't leave. Just they were hot. They were still hot. I had to eat them right then.
No. I'm not judging you for eating your wings, man. You eat those wings. You paid for them wings. You eat them wings.
Yeah.
Hey, I got good news for at least me and Randy. We've actually been kind of enjoying the fact that dad bods have been considered sexy lately.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they polled somebody, like 1,000 people, and found out this summer, dad bods still trendy.
Yes. Well, yeah. Yeah.
And sexy even. 70% of women and 49% of men why are we asking men? Are fans of the dad bod, and 3/4 of people define as a guy who's still somewhat fit with a little extra padding on him. 49% overall said dad bods are sexy. Yes.
Do we have to thank Nikola Jokic for that? Is that
it ain't hurting the cause?
No,
it ain't hurting the cause.
The MVP of the league's got a dad bod, so you know.
The dad bod god.
So now, I think that is damn good news. There might be more dad bods out there than ever before. 31% of men who have one said they developed it during the pandemic. So now, there ain't nobody for her to compare us to. And like, oh, well, he's got a dad bod, but so does he. I'll stay with this guy. That helps the cause.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife, she says in her culture, being gordo is actually an achievement. It's actually a good thing. Gordo, by the way, Keon, just means fat. And in Spanish, it's a compliment because that means you're living a good life, a happy life. Your wife is taking care of you and you got a little extra weight there. You're a happy, sort of chubby guy. And it kind of hurt my feelings when she called me gordo. I'll be honest. She said, no, being gordo is a good thing. I'm like, wait, what? I'm gordo? Okay. Lacrosse guy says, damn it, I don't need any more attention at the beach. Yes, it's a curse, right? It's a curse. So, yeah, listen, people like this more than a dude with muscle. All right. Don't care why. Don't need to explain it. Don't need to know why women prefer this, the lowercase b body, than they do like, oh, right, that guy.
I can tell you that recently I was on a beach. I won't go into details, but I was quite the sight on the beach at the time.
Sure, you were quite the sight.
Miss Kim was amazed at how much attention I was getting.
How drunk were you?
No, with my dad bod.
Right. Fed fan says, stare at a guy with muscles or a guy with a dad bod. Huh. Wow. Who would I look at? Well, clearly us.
Yeah.
You can look all you want, but hands off. I'm taking. All right. Ooh. The nice thing about flexing with the dad bod, you don't need to produce results.
No.
Because it's all right here. It's not here.
It's all in the motion you do. Yeah.
Just, it still looks the same. No matter what you do. Flexing, not flexing, same thing. Doesn't change. And it means, less effort for us. That guy that Fed fan is saying, what about the guy with the muscles? He has to really exert, hemorrhoid producing pressure. And that could happen to him. There goes the hemis. He popped a hemi back there. Me, I can just do that. I don't have to actually do anything. Doesn't even matter. Because they're not looking. They're not looking here. They're looking here. Sexy. All right, we come back. We're going to have the top 5 at not quite 5 with Keon Rose. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com. Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harman Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harman Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Well, Mrs. Grayer, nothing on the x-ray that pinpoints the source of the pain. Let's send you to our lumbar expert.
After reviewing the x-rays, I can't see anything wrong. Let's give you a steroid shot for the pain and send you to the lab for some blood work.
Tired of the runaround? How about trying a new approach? The holistic approach.
At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. Our naturopathic doctors can restore pain-free joint function and restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Think you know about meth? Think again. Today's methamphetamine is far more potent, more addictive, and more deadly than ever before. Today's meth is often laced with the deadly drug fentanyl. In fact, deaths from meth use have doubled in Arizona. What can you do? Get the facts at thenewmeth.com and know there's hope and resources for recovery. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Does your company need bonds? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than any competitor anywhere. Our relationships with every major surety get you the credit you need fast, and we never stop working to exceed your expectations. Call me personally at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution to better bonds.
Now you can be the guy who eventually gets bits and pieces of NFL news. Or you can get the whole story when it breaks. The NFL is always in season here. We're 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Home for the NFL.
Today's Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And yes, without further ado, it is time now for the not quite 5 at 5 with Keon Rose. All right, Keon, I'm ready. We haven't not competed against Randy White for what seems like more than a few minutes, so I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right. Well, let's get to the top 5.
Way to be right on top of it. Jump right in there.
Yeah,
Boom.
you know what? I was still bringing down the audio from the break.
I'm excited. Why are you waiting?
The Blender top 5 is, very, I think, more of a personal top 5 than usual.
Whatever.
And it is the 5 most influential players, athletes of your life. So it kind of has to be.
How would you
personal.
guys know what the 5 most influential athletes of my life is? You're saying is you and Randy are going to name off the 5 most influential athletes of my life?
Now, how would that work?
I don't know. That's why I think it's kind of odd.
No, it's going to be the 5 most influential players of my life. You're going to list
I don't
the 5,
know the 5 of your life.
The 5 of your life, and Randy's going to name the 5 most influential players of his life.
Oh, you mean the 5 most influential athletes of our lives?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Were you following this, Randy? You seem very intent on your.
No, I'm looking at my
app.
list to make sure because I've watched over my lifetime so many iconic players. So why don't we just start with me because
I think so because you seem to understand the assignment better.
I'm going to lose anyway. So at number 5 for me, I've got a great athlete. He revolutionized golf. He was super popular, and you know what? He taught a generation to be respectful and kind. Arnold Palmer is one of the most influential athletes in my life. So he's at number 5. And number 4, Doug Plank. Former defensive back for the Chicago Bears. I met him there at the station. Yeah, Craig Fooey had him in there on his show at one time. So I got a chance to chat with Doug Plank. Shorter than me, but played professional football.
He is now. I don't know if he always was.
Well, he was always kind of another undersized guy. He was a guy that in the 70s when he played for the Chicago Bears, I always appreciated Doug Plank. He was a guy that was just out there. He would lay a hit on you. It didn't matter who you were, and he was a tough dude. And I was very influential for me because he did not let his height or his his stature stand in the way, and so that always motivated me to reach higher. And then number 3, I had Pete Rose, another guy that played baseball. The betting thing aside. Tell me one player that played the game better, harder, or more respectfully than Mr. Rose. I say there's not anybody out there. Pete Rose, when you think about him, you think baseball. The guy played the game. He played the game hard. He played the game right, and he was good for baseball, except for the whole betting thing. So Pete Rose, very influential in my life. Number 2, Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench, because I was a catcher. He was an idol of mine. He had revolutionized the way you catch. He was a very good catcher. He could also hit for power. He was a unicorn in a time when catchers really didn't play that way. He caught the ball one-handed. He had one hand tucked behind his back, and he learned how to master the one glove, moving that around, getting the other hand out of the way, thus giving the umpire a good look at the baseball. Helped his pitchers out a lot. And listen, the guy had a gun on him, and I always appreciated the way he played the game of baseball. Number 1 for me, and this has come on in later years because I've matured and I've seen the kind of sacrifices, the kind of difficulties, the kind of roadblocks that he ran into. Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson to me is a hero. He is a guy that broke down all sorts of barriers, and I, as a white man, will never understand the kind of difficulties that he faced, not only in life, but in the game of baseball, coming up in baseball. He was thrown at, he was tormented, he was teased, he was antagonized. They tried to injure him. The white ball players of the time were just ruthless. And I'm thankful that he opened up a world of guys like Joe Morgan and Henry Aaron and Willie Mays, some of the guys that I've watched come in and play the game, the great game that I love. If it wasn't for Jackie Robinson and some of his counterparts that came along with him from the Negro Leagues that were trendsetters, they opened the doors wide. So give me at number 1, one of the most influential men and athletes in my life would have to be Jackie Robinson. There you go, guys.
That is a stellar damn list right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have I have a later start than Randy does, so my list is probably going to seem a little bit different. I'm like 9 years younger than Randy, but the guys on his list. Oh damn, Jesus, how can you do better than that? But these are the guys that affected my life. The 5 most influential athletes. I'm going to start with the guy that I would watch transfixed. And I had a little black and white TV as a poor child living up in Pale People, Oregon. And I would watch a lot of boxing when it was on ABC in the 70s because, you can't go out to play, right? It's raining all the damn time. Well, we still did. But, sometimes it's raining too hard. And so I would watch Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was a person, you didn't see anybody like him on the television. You didn't see that attitude. And it really affected me was he would say some stuff and people just had to take it because he was good enough to back it up. He was cocky and he was funny and he had wordplay, all these things that I just love. And I saw this coming out of Muhammad Ali and I'm like, wow, this guy is better, faster, stronger, smarter, and funnier than every single one of these guys. And bam, 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 bam. He's like that. And I was 6-7 years old watching this guy. If I knew Muhammad Ali was going to fight or be on anything I could watch, I could not get enough of watching his skill as a fighter, his skill as a wordsmith, his skill with people, and the way he messed with Howard Cosell every chance that he got. Everything about Muhammad Ali, and I was too young to even understand his sacrifice and what he went through when they wanted him to fight in the Vietnam War and all the stuff that happened, with him when it came to trying to fight for equal rights. So I didn't even know that yet, and I got to relearn Muhammad Ali as I got older. So fact that he's at number 5, I'm starting to think I screwed this up. I think maybe I should have put him higher. Number 4 for me, Michael Jordan. Him and I are roughly the same age, and to watch him as I'm a young man seeing him come out of college and play at a crazy level. And at first it was like, you hear about this Michael Jordan guy? You hear about this Michael Jordan? And then him coming in gave me a love for basketball that I had not had before. I was just football kid, right? And so then I kind of watched him kind of over there as I was still being a Phoenix Suns fan over here. And I was like, wow, man, Michael Jordan, he just is so damn good. Who's ever going to be better than Michael Jordan? And even at that time, you knew how special he was and how important to the game he'd be. And 15 seasons in the NBA, all the championships. And he was just a prolific, he was the first huge star in the NBA, at least in my lifetime. So Michael Jordan. And then who came along next that really got me in so deep with the Phoenix Suns? Charles Barkley. He's not as good a player as Michael Jordan, but for me, when he showed up with the Suns was the time I was at the height of just, oh my God, living and dying with every game, and Al McCoy and the Phoenix Suns and Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley and Danny Ainge and Charles Barkley. And he had a little bit of that Muhammad Ali personality, doesn't he? It did and does. Slower roll, but still that kind of cocky.
He's witty.
Yeah. And, he's a guy you hate unless he's on your team. And that really just it had a big effect on me. Number two, Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner, watching him in the 90s, came from nothing. He was bagging groceries. The next thing you know, his story. I got to retell it, but he got himself a Super Bowl. He was a 2-time MVP. In the league, and humble guy, nice guy, good guy, did it all on the up and up, and it never got to him, never changed him, and just showed that you can have success, you can be great, and it doesn't need to make you into a big dirtbag. So Kurt Warner, again, I think my list is messed up. I think I probably should have Muhammad Ali much higher than that. But as a Colts fan, remember, since I was 11, Peyton Manning, he's at number one. I blew this. He shouldn't be my number one now that I think about it. But as a Colts fan, to get to suffer through bad season after bad season, like for Randy as a Cardinals fan, or like for you as a Washington Commandos fan, Keon, when you finally get that really great quarterback and you're like, oh, we've got something special here. It just changes everything. And we got one Super Bowl out of Peyton Manning, and of course then we loaned him off to the Broncos and he got another one. But again, just a guy who started out rough. His first season was garbage, and then he kept at it, and just a lot of perseverance. For me, that was really influential to see him keep at it and then turn into that guy. And so that's my list. But can I just change my list? I want to put Muhammad Ali. Now I realize that he should be number one. The rest of the list I can just leave it as it is. How's that?
Okay.
All right.
Hello.
I don't know if you have time now, Keon.
I don't think I do. Because I didn't I should have realized that this is because it's more personal.
We're old men and we talk a lot, Keon.
No, but there's also like reason, like the reasons why somebody is going to be an influential athlete to you isn't going to be a short reason. I should have thought about that because I've got my reasons too. And look,
well, let's get you started. Let's get you started, and then we'll finish on the inside.
All right. Well, number 5, I've got Ken Griffey Jr. Because Ken Griffey Jr. That was when I started watching baseball, and he was the definition of cool. The baseball cap backwards. That we all did that because Griffey did that. His famous talk about how he was signing autographs and they were asking, hey, why don't you join the Yankees? And he was like, oh, if the Yankees traded for me today, I'd retire. Like that was just one of the coolest things that anybody ever said. He just did everything at an insane level. Plus, every kid's fantasy, he lived it. He got to play baseball with his dad. Nothing's cooler than that. So Ken Griffey Jr. is my number 5. Number 4, I have Michael Jordan.
Yay!
My first basketball memory is actually the second series in the three-peat, the second three-peat of Michael Jordan's career, the Supersonic series. I remember that one. That's like my first basketball memory. And, I remember all the Be Like Mike commercials, and everybody wanted to be like Michael Jordan. I mean, none of us could do it. We're all on the driveway trying to do the 3-2-1 last second shot thing. Your tongue is out. And of course you missed the shot because you're not Michael Jordan. But he made everybody, want to be better, and how he was able to bounce back from being cut from his high school team to become the greatest basketball player of all time is such an incredible story that it taught us, work ethic and how to really put the time in to be good at something you want to do.
All right, listen, hold that thought, Keon, because we got to take this break. And we come back. He's got 3 left in his 5 most influential athletes of his lifetime. I feel like this is going to be a 3-way tie. Actually, no, it'll be a tie between you guys. Just screwed mine up. So I have already been disqualified in winning this contest. So this is really down between Randy and Keon now.
I didn't realize it was a competition, but okay.
It's always competition. You should know competition. You should know better. But I can't wait to find out who Keon's top 3 are in his top 5 most influential. So hang in there, everybody. We'll get to that. And also, as God is my witness, we will talk NFL quarterbacks today. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 Fanatic. No, I mean it this time.
Hi, this is Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz. Today we'll talk baseball, Major League Baseball, pitching. It's become the big part of the game. What Major League Baseball team in the history of the game had the very first 4 20-game winners on one team? The answer coming up.
Nick LaCapria's Daily Sports Quiz brings you a different question from the world of sports each day. If you want even more questions from the world of sports, visit Nick LaCapria's new website, sportstrivia.org. You can test your sports trivia knowledge and get answers to some great questions from the world of sports trivia. Sportstrivia.org. It's free, it's fun, and it's challenging. If you like the Daily Sports Quiz, you'll love sportstrivia.org.
The answer to today's Daily Sports Quiz, name the team that had the first 4 20-game winners on a staff. The Baltimore Orioles. Pat Dobson, Mike Cuellar, Dave McNally, and Jim Palmer. That Oriole pitching staff would get them into the World Series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm Nick LaCapria with the Daily Sports Quiz.
This is Terry Crews, and that is the sweet, sweet sound of a live audience. That's right. AGT is back with the electricity of a big crowd, with the most incredible acts yet. Plus, your favorite judges, Simon, Howie, Heidi, and Sophia, and $1 million up for grabs with a live audience.
AGT is back, followed by the premiere of Dancing with Myself, tonight on NBC.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canyer with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
Back then, we'd spend nights in front of the boob tube. We'd take our same seats, smoke cigarettes, and watch until the station played. We all smoked in those days. If that was you then, get your lungs screened now. Surviving lung cancer starts with a scan. Learn more at screenyourlungs.org. This PSA was made possible by industry funding and guidance from lung cancer patient groups.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. This is KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. He's back. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Yeah, okay, Randy, whatever. You're not going to gaslight me, pal. You were gone for an entire week. You can't deny it.
I don't know what you're talking about. We had a great bunch of shows last week. It was a lot of fun.
I know we did.
Nobody said anything contrary. Keon even confirmed
that
I was here last week.
Any of that? What are you talking about? He never confirmed nothing.
Keon, you want to remind him that?
I can't remind him.
And there you go.
Because that didn't happen.
That was him saying you weren't here, Randy. He's trying to not upset you, but it's clear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Listen, Keon, how many times has Randy said when he gets this way, there's no reasoning with him. There's no, just let it go. Just let him tire himself out. So that's what this is for him.
Yeah, you should do that with Jeffrey.
Let Randy tire himself out. Fed Fan says, I like your lists. And she says, well, I'm not going to read your list yet, Fed Fan, because Keon's still not done with his.
Yeah.
Randy had his, I had mine, and Keon was in the middle of his. Go ahead. This is about the 5 most influential athletes of our lifetime. Keon started with Ken Griffey Jr., and he moved on to Michael Jordan. And let's find out who's next, Keon.
I'll say one more thing about Michael Jordan before I move on, which is that Michael Jordan came back out of retirement to play for the Wizards. And while most people remember that as a bad thing, man, Michael Jordan put up 50 points as a 40-year-old man.
Championship.
Well, no,
that didn't.
But he got first off, he got injured. But like even then, even without the championship, the guy put up 50 points. And I was a little kid watching that in DC going, he can't jump anymore, but he's still Jordan. Like that was one of the most defining sports moments of my life, was watching that. So
he could have played for more years if he'd wanted to, just because he's Michael Jordan. And he still would have been better than a lot of guys.
That's funny. That's what everybody says about me. I can't jump anymore, but I'm still Randy White.
I can jump like once.
It's a stone cold fact.
Stone cold fact that I'm glued to the earth.
Gravity's a bitch.
So number 3 for me is going to be Allen Iverson, especially where I grew up. Being on the East Coast and everything. When Allen Iverson showed up in Philadelphia, he changed the way we all played basketball as kids. We were all trying to do the crossover, hours on the driveway trying to get the handle like Allen Iverson had the handle. None of us could ever do it, but that was the way and his impact is still in the game. The way that Steph Curry handles it, the way that Kyrie Irving handles it. Like those guys took it to another level. But when Allen showed up, he had that crossover and he got that shot off over Michael Jordan. That was like a big moment for him and just the way that game got played. And you got the stuff, the practice rant and all of that, but just
talk about practice.
The way that guy played hard. I don't know if anybody played harder than Allen Iverson, through a bunch of injuries. As a player his size, being a small guard, being able to carry a team to an NBA Finals. They did lose that Finals to the Lakers, but I remember that team. That team was not good. That's one of the worst teams that anybody's ever carried to a Finals. And Allen Iverson did it and averaged probably more points in an NBA Finals than most people do. It was just awesome to see. Number 2, I've got Michael Vick, and I understand that the I mean, the dog fighting, I think, tarnished his legacy a bunch, and as it should have.
My dog is mad that you chose Michael Vick.
Michael Vick.
He just ran over here staring at me like, the hell, man.
But when Michael Vick was at the height of his powers, it was I've never seen anything like that on a football field. And, barring like somebody like Lamar Jackson, in the brief 2 seconds we've got of RG3, like I still haven't seen anything quite like that. When Michael Vick in 2002 had that walk-off touchdown run to beat the Vikings, he ran away from that entire defense. I've still never seen a quarterback do anything like that. And that was in a playoff game. The game was on the line. It mattered. And he went out there and just torched an entire defense by himself with his legs. That is at least for, where like again, where I grew up, like all of us, we were stunned because we'd never seen a quarterback play like that before. With the traditional pocket passer was still king at that point in the NFL. And Michael Vick changed the game for, I don't know, a lot of kids my age watching football. And the number one, I've got Kobe Bryant. His career is the closest thing I think my generation got to watching Jordan. Just a guy that worked really hard, did everything that he had to do for his team to win. Some of the most amazing moments on a basketball court, put up 81 points in a game. And I've never seen anything like that. I mean, watch the Raptors game and he puts up 81 points. And at some point we were just like, he's not going to be stopped. Like no one can guard him. Jalen Rose even tried to injure him in that game and couldn't do it. So that is my top five most influential guys of my life.
I can't believe that neither one of you guys put Tiger Woods on your list.
I wanted to.
I don't care about golf that much. It was not that influential on me.
Well, whether you do, I mean, he was still one of the most dominant athletes of his time.
My life.
Yeah, I get it.
And he just didn't influence my life. I appreciated him. I thought, wow, look at that guy go. But I didn't care about golf enough to say he influenced me.
See, and the reverse is it's not like I cared about golf. We cared about golf because Tiger was playing. So like, I was very hard for me to not put Tiger on this list, but just when it comes to,
was it hard to share him with the Asians?
Well, we didn't have to because I don't know if you saw the Dave Chappelle.
That's right. I forgot about that. That was so funny.
We drafted Tiger.
Straight fire.
He's ours.
Wow.
If you don't know, look up Dave Chappelle. Wow. What was that? Racial draft? What was it called?
Yeah. I think, let me look it up here so people can look up the right thing. That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
888-368-1580. So now here's Fed Fans' 5 most influential athletes. She says, in no particular order, David Robinson, Meadowlark Lemon, Chris Everett, Steph Curry, but she does say her number 1 is Roger Federer. Well, we knew that would happen.
Yeah.
But Meadowlark Lemon, really, Globetrotter guy. Yeah. You got that next remote. Tell me why.
Yeah, he was great for a long time. Wow.
Dropping
Didn't
the
think
soap.
about Meadowlark. Yeah.
Says, here's my 5 least influential players.
Oh, boy.
Ryan Leaf, Michael Vick, John Rocker, Ray Lewis, Ray Caruth. Well, why? There's probably a lot least influential. You remembered these guys' names. How many guys that you don't even know their names? So I'm sorry, dropping the soap, but your list is not that good. I mean, if you'd said like people we never heard of, Clive Robinson, or
it's like,
Jim Byrne, whatever, just weird names you could throw at us.
And
then we'd be
even
like,
then,
that is very uninfluential.
You have Ray Lewis, who is one of the greatest linebackers of all time. I think your list is just a list of guys who are not good people, as opposed to least influential. Because even Ryan Leaf is influential as what not to do when you start your career. And Ryan Leaf will be the first person to tell you that that's what it is.
You accidentally achieved dropping the soap when you were trying to de-achieve. Ookla says, hey guys, is this the right number? Who's this guy I called Randy here, by the way? I don't know, some guy that we haven't seen in a while. That he insists
really? Really? I was here all last week. I'm
so full of it.
This charade you keep putting on about me being gone last week.
Don't you dare swear at me in French.
Getting a little old.
Hefty Lefty says, just guessing from Keon's Twitter, I'm assuming Michael Vick is on his list. Sean Taylor too. Well, you have Michael Vick on your Twitter? Why would you guess that from his Twitter?
I don't know. I might have tweeted something about Michael Vick before.
He did send that before you said that, though.
Yeah. Because I know the least or the most influential. I know that Michael Vick and Allen Iverson came up in a tweet that I like 2 weeks ago or something that I tweeted out.
Interesting fact from Hefty Lefty says Michael Vick also used to play in Air Jordan basketball shoes before he got his signature shoe with Nike. That is how, unlike grass, the old AstroTurf used to be. He had all the grip he needed in just basketball shoes. No, he did not. He did not play professional football in just basketball shoes. You made that up. Dropping the soap says, oh, wait, I forgot Jared from Subway. God.
Boy, he was a dirtbag, wasn't he?
Not an athlete though.
Wow.
Yeah, not even close. Ugh. I mean, the most running he does is probably away from other dudes in the shower in prison. Lost Toby says Kobe couldn't even shoot. It was so bad. He bricked a mountain with a. Okay, stop.
Wow.
I can't even. I can't believe I read into that one. Let's see. Fed fan says, I love Meadowlark Lemon's basketball skills. I grew up wanting to imitate his skills. That's fair. That's cool. Lost Toby also said Ronald Hino changed the game more than Keon loses again. Ronald Hino.
Ronaldinho. He's a Brazilian soccer. That dude is awesome.
Nobody's talking about soccer. We're talking about athletes. Let's see. Good Cat says,
damn.
Every time my son hears the third hour sounder, I hear from the back seat, it's time for the turd shower.
Oh, no.
Turd shower.
He'll get it eventually.
I don't know if we can get away with it. Every day you get get Jim Barnett to read it. It's time for the turd shower.
Wow.
I don't think he would go for that. I think he has his limits. Joe the Show says, hey, Jeffrey, Keon, and I don't know who this weird guy is sharing the airspace right there. Sounds awkward, filling the void as if somebody who used to be there, someone integral, but because hurt people, hashtag abandonment issues. Yeah, Joe the Show was very unhappy when you were gone, Randy.
Really? I wasn't gone, though.
It hurt him a lot. Oh, don't play coy with me.
Come on, Joe the Show. You know I was here.
Boomer Sooner has his top 5. Ronald Reagan. Okay, I'm just not going to read the rest of your list now. Unless this is top 5 guys who caused recessions. And I was a Ronald Reagan Republican, so shut up. Hefty Lefty says, oh, no, Michael Vick 100% did. There are multiple clips of him playing in Air Jordan 17s. Really? Huh. No traction, no nubs on it, no cleats, just basketball shoes and football. You got to send me one of these. I got to see this because we would have heard more about this. I think. Don't you think? Have you ever?
Yeah, it'd be part of the legend. I actually haven't heard this, so
and that's one of the most influential people for Keon, the dog abuser guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
How do you reconcile that part?
As an athlete,
I will say this:
influential athletes.
I will say he did.
You are not
allowed
to have a dog.
He did go to prison, and he is still a proponent against violence against dogs. He still is. So
I don't know why it's that falls down on me. I think what he did is heinous.
Isn't he the guy who's on the TV wearing the ascot?
No.
Who's that wears the ascot?
That is
it's RG3.
No.
No.
It is Woodson. Is it
Woodson?
Woodson. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I got that way off.
Yeah.
Thunder Snow says the most influential athlete of my life, Jeffrey O'Brien.
Wow.
It's my hope that at some point that if I persevere, I can also win a cancer walk.
Boy, you've aimed high, haven't you?
Drop in the Soap says, where does Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite stand on a list? Because he can throw footballs over mountains, I think that's a different generation right there. Yeah. Big George says, for this edition of top 5, actually 5, I give the edge to Randy. His list was epic and well thought out. Jeffrey was a close second. Keon's was a distant third.
Big George.
Okay.
I felt like
I put no stock in things that Big George says about this. Like none. I
failed myself. I don't think you're right, George. I failed myself. I put my guys in the wrong order. I didn't realize it till I started saying things out loud. So no, I did not win this. Boomer Sooner says, oh, come on, Jeffrey. Seriously, you're not going to read my list? Getting political on me, bro. Okay, I'm not reading your list now because you called me bro.
Bro.
All right. He says Ronald Reagan, Roberto Clemente.
Oh, great.
Roger Staubach. Great man, great Christian Muhammad Ali. He was a Muslim.
Yeah.
And
notoriously a Muslim.
And he says, and also my mom. So I say your mom, I'd get in trouble. You say your mom. So how was she was an athlete? It was supposed to be the most influential athlete. So did you ever see her play sports? Lightning Bolt says Michael Vick actually wore hush puppies.
Oh, damn.
Well, I giggled. Fed Fan says, is this why Keon only owns cats? I think that's why he should only be allowed to wear cats.
To wear cats?
Keon wears cats?
Kill them, wear them.
No,
make shoes of them.
No, thank you. I will not, I don't hurt cats. So that's just
Did I say where?
Yeah.
You did say where. You did say where.
Freudian slip.
And yeah, no, I, as an athlete, and I know that like a lot of people are going to look at the Michael Vick thing and go, really? But if you were on the East Coast and you were a black kid between the ages of 9 and 15 when Michael
How
Vick
do you know I wasn't? Oh, sorry.
For many reasons, many reasons, but I think my 2 eyes are the top reasons.
I feel like that's racist. I am being profiled.
Michael Vick playing the quarterback position the way he did meant something to us. It just did.
Hefty Lefty just sent me some photographs, and I don't identify those as Air Jordans, but they are not cleats. I'll give you that much. I know if you want to check this out on the text line, Keon, jump on and take a quick look and tell me if those look like Air Jordans. But yeah, no cleats on those, so he wasn't lying about that. Dropping the soap says, has anyone ever heard Kareem Abdul-Jabbar around here? All the civil rights work he did after he retired. We've all heard of him, but I don't say he's an influential athlete in my life. I don't know.
And I was not alive when he was playing sports.
Remember, it was personal to all three of us. So those of us that saw him play, although, the sky hook and, his dominance as a center in the NBA, absolutely. And his work off the court, sure. But it was influential to us. Mm-hmm. It was who affected us. It doesn't necessarily mean they were not influential at their time.
Yeah, if we go outside of athletes, influential in my life, Boomer Sooner's mom. Lost Toby says, just got a call that the guy who stole my car last night is already out of jail. I didn't get home until 6 a.m. trying to get my car back. My least influential person is the guy who stole my car and got released so soon, and the guy who released him. Okay, so we had no idea your car was stolen last night. Sorry about that.
Wow. Yeah, sorry. Thanks.
Glad you're going to get it back, though. Hopefully it's in good shape. Dropping the Soap says, I'm surprised Randy didn't have Ohtani on his list.
Because he's my favorite.
Fed Fan says, I learned how to do a sky hook because of him.
Yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, the sky hook was unstoppable, man.
Boomer Sooner says, I heard that, Jeffrey. And yeah, you would have loved my mom. And yes, she was a great athlete. I can go so many ways with this, but I'm just going to go to break. we're just going to go ahead and go to break. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Playoff action on Wednesday night in the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Eastern Conference Finals getting underway with the Lightning and Rangers matching up at Madison Square Garden. The two-time defending Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning sitting as a -125 favorite in game number one. Over-under has been set at 5.5 goals. The NBA Finals getting underway on Thursday night. Warriors and Celtics will match up. The Warriors have opened up as a -160 favorite to win it all this year, while the Boston Celtics, they would pay out at +130 if they come up with the Larry O'Brien Trophy. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
The NBA Finals are here, and so is your chance to score big on FanDuel Sportsbook. Throughout the NBA Finals, FanDuel is giving new customers $200 in free bets, guaranteed, when you place your first $5 bet. Bet the money line, point spreads, player props, and so much more. Plus, you can combine your bets for an even bigger payday with same-game parlay. Just sign up with promo code Steve1580, and if you haven't tried FanDuel, now is the perfect time to give it a shot, because the only thing sweeter than watching the finals is cashing in on all the action. Join today with promo code Steve1580 and turn $5 bet into $200 in free bets, win or lose. Make every game feel like Game 7 with FanDuel Sportsbook. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. 21 plus and present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. And if you haven't heard, the show is now noon to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. So join us as we talk NBA Finals, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball, and NFL. The Cardinals are getting ready for their season, and the Diamondbacks are in the middle of theirs. We'll keep you up to date on all the sports at the new time, noon to 2 p.m. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 99.3 FM and 1580 The Fanatic.
A sapiosexual is a person who's attracted to intelligence. Do you choose brains over beauty? Like mind over muscle? Prefer Shakespeare?
To be or not to be?
To a puppeteer?
Hey, which one's the dummy?
So if you are sapiosexual and your current conversation is about to get, shall we say, intellectually stimulating, reach for Shakespeare Vodka, a thoughtfully engineered spirit with pure, smooth flavor that tastes like poetry in a bottle. Shakespeare Vodka, the taste of intelligence.
You can hear the grunts of pain. You can smell the workout sweat. You can feel the muscles straining. And even if you can't, we can.
And that's all that really matters.
NFL training camp.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Here we go.
It fills the senses.
Well, everyone's but yours.
Get the latest info, insights, and breaking news here.
Respect what it is we're doing here.
On your home for the NFL, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Where'd he go? Where'd Jeff go?
He just said, "I'll be back," and took off.
Huh.
I have no idea where he went.
So he left us in charge?
Probably a bad idea, but he did that.
All right, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic. It's the Daily Clever.
Wait a minute.
Hey.
I got back before the music was done.
There's Jeffrey right there. Ladies and gentlemen.
I just had to visit the Casa de Pepe and take care of a little something there.
Visit the planet Urine?
Yes. Your turn, Keon.
Keon.
Come on, man. Casa de Pepe, planet Urine. You got nothing?
I got nothing. I'm blanking.
You've been on the show almost a year. We thought by now.
Yeah. I'm disappointed in myself, really.
Wow, bro.
I don't know if I can continue. I don't think we can go on.
Look, no one's taking this harder than me.
I don't
believe
think
me.
so.
You will take it harder than anyone. I promise you. 888-368-1580.
Ooh.
I don't mean like that. Number one Rattler fan. Everybody wants to give their top 5 most influential athletes, so I'm going to let them do it. Number one Rattlers fan says, in no particular order, Billie Jean King, Lawrence Taylor, Jerry Rice, Jackie Robinson, Michael Jordan.
Wow.
Those are the ones that
Good
influence.
list.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no like Rattlers player on there. Some great Rattlers player.
Come on, Jeffrey.
What? No, there have been some great Rattlers players. They've won
What,
championships.
he's going to put like Cedric Bonner on there?
I don't know. He's number one Rattlers fan. I'm just surprised.
Coach Guy.
Why isn't Coach Guy on there? I don't. I'll be honest. You could throw any name at me, and I might be like, "Oh yeah, that guy." Joe the Show says LeBron, Kobe, Peyton Manning, Ronaldinho, and Shaq. That's not a bad list.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the hell this Ronaldinho guy is.
It's pronounced Ronaldinho, and
there's an H there.
Soccer player.
Yeah, I know, but
H.
his name's Portuguese. He's from Brazil, so they don't
Did he
pronounce
win
the
he's from Barcelona.
Did he win the Balloon de Oro? The Balloon d'Oro. Did he win the Balloon d'Oro?
The Ballon d'Or.
They give out balloons.
The Balloon d'Oro. Did he win the damn Balloon d'Oro?
I actually don't know.
He ain't much of a soccer player if he hasn't won the Balloon d'Oro.
Boomer Sooner says, all right, now you're making a mockery of my favorite athletes, Randy White.
Me? Wait, what did I say?
I don't remember, but I agree. Big George says, Keon has been on this show for over a year and he can't even come up with one potty joke. And he's cheering for cancer against Scott Berg. Wow.
I mean, okay. I mean, you chose the more complicated version as opposed to I'm just lazy, but that okay. And yeah,
hey, Berg,
you know,
Berg, if you're listening, I will find a hot dog tonight, and I'll post my video tonight, Berg. And you can count on me, Berg.
You can count on Randy White.
I also haven't been on the show quite a year yet, and what I have gained is the ability to immediately laugh at any potty joke. I still have not gained the ability to just spit one out off the top of my head.
You're fake laughing at potty jokes?
No.
You're not supposed to fake laugh on this show.
I'm not fake laughing.
Well, then you already had the ability to just laugh at a potty joke.
Yeah, but I didn't laugh at the potty jokes at the beginning, but I started to laugh because I found them more funny because I've been on this show for 10 months.
So you're going to blame us for the deterioration of your soul?
I'm not even blaming. You took that as blame.
I feel like we're getting a little bit
I feel a little bit more free, honestly.
But I feel like yeah.
If you want to take that as a bad thing,
free your mind. Yeah. There will be potty jokes with this pill. I don't know.
Would you like the yellow pill or the brown pill?
See? Classic potty joke right there, Keon. When is Keon's first year birthday? Yeah, when is that your first year on the show? Is it July something or other?
We should have
it's like the last week of July, first week of August is when I started.
Daily Blender, Keon's first anniversary special.
Must not be that important to him because he doesn't know the date.
Come on, Keon.
I like all the stuff that happened.
Randy White, March 18th, 2018.
Yeah. There you go.
You know, I love being on the blender and I love trying to
do you though? Do you really?
I do. Honestly, I do.
Really, honestly.
And I like, getting better every week. My first week was a little rough and stuff. So
really?
Yeah, you know what?
Was it
Maybe
really
I don't
rough?
remember it as well as the rest of it.
Keon,
I mean, we're talking about former co-hosts. Your first week was rough?
Your first week was not as rough as we couldn't find a replacement. That is just blender fact. 888-368.
Well, alrighty then.
Sorry,
I want to know if
I just got to track myself up there.
If this Ronaldinho has he won the Balloon d'Oro?
He has actually won it in 2005.
He won the Balloon d'Oro.
Yep.
Oh, Rattlers fan has now adjusted. He says, "All right, Rattlers then. Coach Guy, Coach White, quarterback Cedric Boner, quarterback Nick Davila,
Davia,
running back
Bonner.
linebacker Hunky Cooper."
Yeah, Hunky Dory Cooper. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Coach White, as in Danny White. Right?
Randy White, thank you very much.
Not
I
Randy
didn't realize I'd actually coached the Rattlers, but thank you. I'll take the accolades.
Yeah, he doesn't realize he was gone last week. Fine. Boomer Sooner says this feels like a Friday show. We get to saying that a couple of times a week, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's see. Joe the Show, Ronald Hino. My father told me that it was better to learn to master the ball barefoot. I'm not finishing that quote. I mean, it's a soccer player. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me? That's like a whole damn paragraph I got to read to some.
Yeah, but
player.
it's not just a soccer player. Apparently, according to Keon's research, he won the Balloon d'Oro.
He's, I don't know, as far as guys playing the game in a really fun way.
Did they put the helium in it?
Balloon d'Oro?
Yeah.
No, they put it's solid gold balloon. You got to know the Spanish. That's soccer players. The best soccer player in the world gets the golden balloon.
How do you? I mean, just you hold it in your hand. It's not really a balloon.
No, it's a string.
What string can hold up a goal like upside down? You're like,
I don't know, man. I don't make the rules. I'm just bringing the sports.
How does this thing work?
It's not a balloon. It's a trophy of a soccer ball. Yeah, it's
the Balloon d'Oro. Golden balloon.
It's the Ballon d'Or.
This is the problem with soccer right here. Kiss the Cook says, "Okay, Keon, I'll cover for you. Running Water by IP Freely. Well, we weren't looking for a book. Rough Rob says top 5 for Rough Rob: Wayne Gretzky, Bo Jackson, Cal Ripken, Muhammad Ali, and Bobby Bonilla for constantly getting paid from the Mets 20 years later.
Oh boy, one of the great of all time, Bobby Bonilla Day.
I wonder if Bobby Bonilla is called J.G. Whitworth. Give me my cash now.
Yes, now.
Joe the Show says he's legendary street and professional baller. It's like running into somebody who was a legend at Rucker Park, who's also a legend in the NBA. Okay. Lost Toby says ugliest successful person too. He just sent me a picture of this. Oh, so that's what the balloon looks like. It's on like a little crusty thing right there. Thank you, Lost Toby. Appreciate that. He says, by the way, my car has a GPS. Took the car 3 hours to find it, even with the live location being feed. They didn't damage it, but it did waste a half a tank of my gas. They abandoned it in a Jack in the Box drive-through. In the drive-through, they just got out in the drive-through.
Like not even in the parking lot. Just, you know what? I actually didn't have the money to order anything. I'm out. I'm just going to leave this car right here. Hope you don't mind.
That is funny as hell. If they left it, I'm sorry, it was not funny to you, but just leaving it in a drive-through. I mean, I have had to wait quite a while in a late night Jack in the Box drive-through myself. I can understand it, but bailing out, I mean, Thunder Snow says, Jeffrey, if you're going to reference Rattlers players, please get his name right. It's Shredded Boner. Oh, okay. Shredded Boner. Ukla the Mock says, who is this Randy White you speak of? I thought he won the lottery and retired. No, he just hit a giant parlay and disappeared.
What are you talking about? What is this parlay you're speaking of?
Cardinal Art says Jim Brown, Jackie Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Shaquille O'Neal, and Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is not sports, but it's what kid doesn't like sports? Okay, again, I appreciate that, but you people who are adding these extra things, it's about athletes. Make-A-Wish Foundation is not an athlete.
How do you put Shaq in there with Jackie Robinson? I don't
it's Cardinal Art. It's what influenced him.
Well,
and maybe he's a Make-A-Wish kid. I guess I didn't think that through either. But that's still not
an athlete.
Yeah. 888-368-1580. Lost Toby says, no, I thought it was hilarious. They ordered and then they got scared and they jumped out of the car. Well, they thought, what? Were they so stoned that they thought the people who worked for Jack in the Box were the police? And that Jack was going to come out and point a gun? Put it down and eat one of my sandwiches,
Can I get your name for your order? Oh no, they're coming.
Kiss the Cook says Keon for president. Fine way of not giving a BS answer and by staying in the fence.
Where?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know either.
Well, you just don't. You give a BS.
Just lots of things were said.
So many things were said.
Yeah.
When?
I don't know. Number one Rattlers fan says, true story. When my car was stolen, there were Rattler tickets in there in the glove box, and the Rattler security helped arrest the car thief the night of the game in 1955. So they used the tickets? Oh, my God. Wait, the Rattlers existed in 1995?
Yes, I believe you're right. Yeah,
I did not know that. I didn't know.
1995. I think the Rattlers were in existence.
That makes sense because Kurt Warner was playing in the Arena League football. Then that's when they called
Iowa
it Arena League.
Barnstormers.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of quarterbacks, let's do this. Let's talk some NFL quarterbacks. I want to start with something that is very bothersome. Last week we talked about how I don't remember who it was. Somebody. Russell Wilson could make a record where he has beat every one of the NFL teams. So now the headline comes to me and I get this in my inbox, in my Facebook, in my Twitter, in my email. This headline. And let me just preemptively strike by a big old F you to everybody who sent this to me. Headline: Matt Ryan can become the first quarterback to lose to 31 different teams. That's not right. Why would you send that to me? So now because of his longevity, and now he's gone from the Falcons over. So if the Colts lose to the Falcons, but how come not 32? How can he not have lost he could be the first to lose to 32. I guess you got to lose the 31 first. But
yeah, I guess what other team is missing is not on the schedule, and he hasn't lost to him yet.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, please, God, just stop sending me stuff like this. Please stop.
So I think that's not fair to Matt Ryan because the Falcons were terrible as a unit while he was there for a very long time.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that the Colts don't play the Falcons this year, so I think that's probably why he's not 32. By the way, Michael Pittman phrasing, just a little phrasing. He's talking about how Matt Ryan. He's like, the ball is just right there. You turn around, you catch the ball. Yeah. And here's what he says. Yeah, Matt Ryan can pretty much put it wherever he wants. I think he needs permission first.
It's true.
I don't know.
Phrasing.
Just
Matt
a little
Ryan.
bit. Just a little.
Can put it wherever he wants.
I mean, he's relatively good looking.
He's rich.
Intelligent. Rich. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And he's rich.
He is rich.
Michael Pittman just giving him a green light there, though. That's just
that's true.
It's a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
That's what he wants.
So please stop, Michael Pittman phrasing. 888-368-1580. So here's a question. Dak Prescott is flapping his gums, and is he right or wrong? Because I feel like he's wrong. I feel like he's just trying to toe the party line. The quote was, "We definitely haven't taken a step back." Yeah. Have you paid attention to what the Cowboys have been doing? Really?
Yeah.
Kind of feels like they took a step back, doesn't it, Keon? Doesn't it, Randy?
It definitely feels like they took a step back. Any offseason where you lose one of your best receivers in Amari Cooper and you lose your right tackle in Lyle Collins, he leaves and goes to Cincinnati to help protect Joe Burrow. Well, yeah, you took a step back.
Your defense lost Randy Gregory, and you've had to cut some guys, and you've had problems with your kicker. And what Keon said about the O-line that. Yeah, I feel like he's the dog sitting in the cafe on fire with his cup saying, "No, it's fine. Everything's fine."
Especially after last season's meltdown towards the end of the season. Come on.
No, that's just Dallas. I understand why he's saying it. I mean, you have to. You're the quarterback. What you can't go out there and say is, "Oh, yeah." If they ask you, have you taken a step back? Oh, yeah, we definitely have. We're not as good as before. I don't even know if we can win this division. It might be Philadelphia's. I don't think that he can go out and say that. And I honestly think that he's going to believe in his guys no matter what to an irrational degree. But is it a true statement? No, it's not a true statement. You have taken maybe more than a step back.
There are better ways to answer that question. Yeah, here's what I would say. Yeah, we're missing some really good guys. And, that I'll be honest with you, it does hurt. But we're going to do the best with what we got, and we have some good guys. We got some good guys coming in, and I feel like that we're going to field a pretty good team this year. I am optimistic about our chances. You see what I did there? I didn't say we haven't taken a step back, and I didn't say we didn't take it. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I haven't said it either way, but I said I acknowledged the question, and I said positive things about a future without lying.
But don't you think you have to go out there and be very confident in the way you say something? Okay, we've lost a couple of guys. I know what it looks like, but no, we're a strong team. Yeah. We're going to move forward. See what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, but it's.
Here's the thing.
I don't know. Dak Prescott, I don't know what he's. Good night.
But don't say the words, "No, we haven't taken a step back." Clearly you have.
He is going to say it, and here's why. Because Dak Prescott did a little thing that you didn't give him enough credit for. He lied to himself first. So he believes they haven't taken a step back. And
that's how he gets hurt.
Maybe, yeah. But like a lot of guys get into the league, especially the NFL, because they've got a rational confidence. They just believe if you believe you deserve to be in the NFL, you are a little crazy. Because like those are the top 1% of 1% of athletes playing that game. So Dak Prescott is looking at his team going, I'm here. How could we have taken a step back? As long as I'm here and Zeke's here, I think we're good. He's really buying that. And I don't think he believes he's lying because he lied to himself to begin with.
If he believes any of this, he has purchased so many extended warranties for his vehicles. It's outrageous. We got to take a break. When we come back, we've got on this date in big Georgia sports history and other things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Carla's retiring early next month. We're all going to have to learn to pick up the slack.
The dessert making role at Sawyer's restaurant, deserted.
Mom can handle beignets.
They need a new pastry chef who can souffle like it's a piece of cake.
Come on, guys, we got a line out the door. How much longer for those croissants?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
Public service announcement from Summit Male Medical. Guys often confuse erectile dysfunction with low testosterone. They are two different issues with two separate treatments. ED is simply a blood flow issue. Low T is a health issue. Symptoms include lack of muscle mass, gaining a few pounds, low energy, irritability, low libido. At Summit Medical, we treat both because we're experts at both. We've been here in the Valley since 2008. We treated tens of thousands of patients, not only from here, but all over the country, coming to us specifically. And compare our pricing with others. We are the low price leaders. And combine that with the most experienced staff in the business for ED and PE treatments, and that is an unbeatable combination. We dare you to compare. Please do. So if you're having intimacy issues, please let us show you how we can help you tomorrow if you call today. 480-398-1000 or go to summitmalemedical.com. It will be the best call you ever make.
Living with chronic pain isn't really living at all. So why don't you do something about it?
I just learned to deal with the pain. I mean, I don't want to go through a long, agonizing surgery.
Or some doctor will just put me on meds for eternity. I don't like taking medication. Avoid both of those with stem cell regeneration therapy. It's non-invasive and, in most cases, with only a single injection, you're on your way to pain-free life.
Stem cell regeneration is just one of many effective alternative therapies at the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale. Our naturopathic medical doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We often help people who have not found relief with other treatments. If traditional medicines aren't working, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
I'm here to tell you about a technological shocker. Believe it or not, you can listen to us on your smart speaker.
That's shocking.
Wow.
What a world we live in.
All you have to do is say, listen to 1580 The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Tuesday, the 31st day of May. Remember, tomorrow, like Jeffrey always likes to remind you,
pay your rent.
You got to pay your rent. You got to pay your rent. Got to pay the landlord. Speaking of paying and getting paid, a couple of games still yet to get going in Major League Baseball, and you might make some money on the big Dinger Tuesday. Dinger Tuesday with FanDuel. They'll pay you $5 for every home run. All customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. So you've got coming up here shortly at about an hour from now, the Astros A's will kick off. Braves D-backs will kick off at about 6:40. So there's some good pickings there. Maybe Christian Walker goes yard tonight. I don't know. You've got plenty of opportunities to place your wager now. Pirates, Dodgers, that's at 7:10 this evening. You can check in there. And, maybe make a little extra cash, a little extra scratch when you place that $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays, even if you lose, FanDuel is going to pay you $5 for every home run. What are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. No better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. I'm looking at the slate here, right? Trey Turner with the Dodgers has been just absolutely white hot lately. I might put do it. You can't do it. On. Well, and then you got Christian Walker. What's he got? 17, 18 now? Home runs? Hey, you throw that down there. It's a favorable matchup for him tonight. Let's see what happens. Anyway, there you go.
Feels wrong betting for a Dodger.
Well, I understand that, but look at it as a side hustle. You're trying to make some scratch here.
I feel.
I mean, it's really hurting
saying?
my heart because Trey Turner was a national.
Yeah, well,
and now I'm watching him in that Dodger blue, and it hurts.
Well,
it hurts. It hurts. So
I'm really sorry, Keon. He's no longer a national. You got to let it go. You and Big George need to let some of this stuff go. Jeez.
It's our own hang up. And I've always said, don't let emotion get in the way. Like, I would bet against the Colts if I thought it would make me some money.
Well, I mean,
do you know how much money betting against my teams have made me? So much money.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the game all that easy, though.
Here's one.
The odds were so bad in that,
Speaking of dingers, Shohei Ohtani, guess you need to pump some more iron because Judge, he climbed the wall and he robbed Ohtani of a home run.
No, Randy
there's your damn
doesn't
MVP.
He doesn't hate Ohtani at all.
Sorry. Anyway, head on over to FanDuel and place your bets now, or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Randy1580. Scientifically proven to be more lucky. Promo code Randy1580. Remember, you got to be 21 or older, present in Arizona. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit. That expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. What?
Oh, yeah. I was watching them Stranger Things. And I saw some of the scientists on that show.
I'm reading a disclaimer.
Looks like some of the same scientists who declared that Randy 1580 is the superior, scientifically proven promo code.
Could be. They got into a lab and everything. There were
some
lab rats involved.
Supernatural aspects to how good your promo code is. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. 21 older, president of Arizona. Where was I? Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Keon, text next step to 53342 for your gambling problem.
Number one Rattler fan says, hey, goofball is called first pitch, not kickoff.
What?
He's saying his first pitch, not kickoff. You said it's good. It's okay to say a game's about to kick off. He didn't mean they're going to kick off. The game is going to start up, kick off.
The fourth dimension is really going to.
Yeah,
they're going to
you know
get
what?
me on that.
Because people say it all the time. It is a figure of speech. Non-sporting events, you can say it kicks off.
First pitch. There you go. Number one Rattler fan. First pitch at 6:40. Diamondbacks Braves. There you go.
Now why don't you kick off?
There you go. Now shove off.
Hefty Lefty says, if Matt Ryan's wife had told him he could put it wherever he wanted, they'd have won that Super Bowl. Falcons would have never lost to the Patriots.
Oh, boy.
He's not wrong.
Really?
Lost Toby says, putting it wherever he wants didn't work that well for Deshaun Watson, did it? But I guess Rapesberger got a ring. Yeah, this is really getting worse now, isn't it?
Yeah. Much worse.
Kiss the Cook says, Big Dinger Tuesday. Yeah. If I bet on a big dinger, how long do I have to be? How long does it have to be to win? Will I still win if my dinger barely makes it over the wall? Any dinger that makes it over the wall, that's what it has to happen to make it a dinger. So that's a big dinger. Doesn't have to be
immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours.
It doesn't have to be in the parking lot. It's not it's about the motion in the ocean, or I think something was what they say. Fed fan has sent me a doggy gift. Oh, why does it say bye-bye? Are you leaving us? Are you leaving us again? Tijuaz says Randy should have bet more to not have to return permanently, even though we do like Randy.
Listen, all I know is, I was here last week. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. And Jeffrey, by the way, the airplane company called. There's going to be a bill. Apparently, there was some burrow stains in the cockpit of the aircraft.
When you say burrow, are we talking burritos or burrows?
Hee-haw.
Oh, God. 888-368-1580. All right, so before we get to on this date in Big George sports history, I have to give a man card violation. And I also have to give a crime against humanity. Which one do you want first?
Crime.
Crime against humanity. Mountain Dew is devoted, years and years of providing good quality caffeine to all the people. And I've never liked any of the spinoffs. Now they've gone too far, and they have committed a crime against humanity. Their new flavor? Pickled flavored Mountain Dew.
Pickled flavor?
Pickled flavor Mountain Dew. What?
Wow.
Why? What? How is what pickled flavor pickles is the only thing that's good? Pickled flavored anything else? Maybe potato chips. Maybe a little
Potato
bit.
chips are as far as I'm willing to go.
Crime against humanity has been committed by the Pepsi company, who makes the Mountain Dew. Ugh. Anyways, that's the crime against humanity. Anyways, so now it's the man card violation, and part of me is well, I'll tell you the part I'm upset about. First, let me just tell you what happened. A 36-year-old man in Paris facing charges for using a piece of cake to vandalize the Mona Lisa on Sunday. Disguised,
a piece of cake?
Yeah,
a piece of cake.
He was disguised as an old woman in a wheelchair. Apparently, it sounds like he did it so he could get in through the handicapped area, so he get right next to the painting. So he's right up front. It looked like I saw the picture there. He smeared the cake on the glass. Security,
what the hell?
Security removed him from the building, and they did confirm at the Louvre that the attack did involve a pastry. And so
what the hell?
I guess it was some weird climate change protest. I don't know why he attacked Mona Lisa for that.
Yeah, she's the cause of it.
So while they were walking the guy
teach him.
out, he yelled, "Artists tell you to think of the earth. That's why I did this." Well, so then you attack the art of an artist? I just
of an artist who, by the way, has just been dead for a very long time. What?
Yeah, that's Leonardo da Vinci right there. So Mona Lisa was not damaged because she's been behind bulletproof glass ever since somebody chucked a rock at it back in the 50s.
Oh boy!
And the pastry guy, he tried to smash the glass first, but it's bulletproof, so he had no luck. But here's the thing: man card violation, 2 counts. 1, dressing up like an old lady instead of just walking up like a man, and the biggest violation. The waste of cake, man. I'm upset about the waste of the cake.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not worried about Mona Lisa. She's protected, but why would you waste perfectly good cake?
Right.
So there you go. Twofold violations. That means man card suspension, possible revocation pending a review. But yeah, that was dumb. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? Boy, this guy sure convinced me, the dude with the wig smearing the cake on the Mona Lisa. That's it. I'm getting solar panels. I'm getting electric cars. I'm just going to start wearing paper clothing.
So you remember we had our list, Jeffrey, of things you had to partake of to participate and compete in the French Open?
Yes.
We forgot about French silk chocolate pie.
It's kind of a stretch, but I think
French silk.
I think we can allow it.
All right.
Is it made of actual silk?
Well, it's like a silky chocolate. Mm-hmm. It might be strained through like silk panties or something. I don't know.
It's a very French way to go, I think.
Yeah, well,
that makes sense why it's so good.
Yeah.
All right, we can add that to the list. 888-368-1580. It's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1927, the rarest feat in baseball, an unassisted triple play, was made for the second consecutive day in the major leagues when Johnny Nune accomplished the rare play in the 9th inning, saving the Detroit Tigers 1-0 victory. First baseman caught Homer Asuma's line drive, tagged Charlie Jameson, runner on first, and then beat Glenn Myatt to second base, making it the first and only time till 42 years later. That's right, 42 years later when Eric Brunlett had the unassisted triple play in 2009.
I played for the Padres at Holiday Park Little League.
Oh yeah,
and I was a catcher and a pitcher and a shortstop. And I was catching one day, and I did a unassisted triple play on my own.
How did you do that?
Well, what happened was there was a foul ball that popped up over my head. Now everyone knows if you catch the ball, the runners can advance. Okay, because it's a fly ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I caught the ball, and the runner on first started to go, but then got confused and started to come back. Meanwhile, I'm running down to first base to tag him out. I tagged him out. Then there was a runner at third that decided he was going to go home, but he didn't know what he was doing. So instead of running, I ran home, and as he slid in, I tagged him out. Unassisted triple play. As God is my witness, I swear I did.
That took some amazing speed.
There you go.
Seriously, props.
What the hell's going on in there, Keon? You upset that I?
Yeah, he's
that
angry.
I
I'm
unassisted triple play?
So he's like, damn it, I don't have a cool story in here. Damn it.
No, I got into a fight with a spider, and
Whoa,
what?
spider?
I won.
Dude, you gotta let the spider live. You need him to kill all the other bugs in there.
I kill all the bugs in here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm the spider in here. How about that?
You are the spider. I am the spider.
All right, then leave the squished bug there as a warning to others.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, just to haze Izzy and make him clean it.
Wow.
I can't get it off. So I'm gonna wash my hands after this.
That's manly. You either
I
just
hope
got a
so.
man card accreditation or became Spider-Man.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Good on you. Good on you.
Always showing me up. I had a great story about a
No, it's an awesome story.
He smashing spiders with his hands. What do I got to do?
Hitting the Nut says, hey, Blender. Well, hey, the show's over. So,
Hi.
Hefty Lefty thinks the cake guy was a Marie Antoinette fan. Lost Toby says, ooh, you forgot another French thing. French maid.
Mm-hmm. Will you allow that?
I guess if you've dressed as a French maid, you should be allowed to play in the French Open. Either just a costume or otherwise. So,
well, that's where the French silk chocolate pie comes from.
We'll allow it. All right, guys. See you tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Carla's retiring early next month. We're all going to have to learn to pick up the slack.
The dessert